actually took a picture of myself for Pieball only because I wanted to prove that I had a face, and I was drunk enough I didn't care.
How do you look like
Let's
Pie?
get there tonight. Let's
I'm
get there
not going to
tonight.
describe him. That was a private moment between me, Blank, and
I
me.
look
Is it
super ordinary.
Is
Like-
it true his face is a
Well,
paper
I'll
bag?
tell you, Sandman's a dwarf.
I mean, yeah,
You're
Sandman
6 feet.
Sandman is a fucking handsome man.
He's a handsome
super,
dwarf. He's
I'm
an
super fucking
incredibly
ordinary.
handsome dwarf.
Like, if you passed me in a crowd and someone were to point at it, like, oh, hey, like that guy that you just walked past, you know him. You'd be like, who? Because it wouldn't have registered.
Blank.
What's up?
Sandman said that he was average, but oh my god, don't he fucking lied to me, dude. Fucking.
I mean, I'm a giant Asian. We all have our quirks.
I
don't.
am a walking twig.
I don't have any quirks.
I look.
Also,
I
sorry,
look.
my grandma walked in. But
I
yeah,
somehow, in some way, shape, or form, I look masculine and feminine at the same time. It's very unfortunate for my genes.
I have a face, and some of you guys have seen it. If you haven't seen it and you want to see my face, I don't really mind my face, so I'll send it.
Do it.
Okay.
You know,
Do
if you do
it.
it, I'll send you a picture of me
Actually,
riding
I
a bull.
actually sent a selfie of me.
I've
But it's
seen
only
what
by my
Ash looks like.
face. Yeah. I was like during grad bash, so I was wearing glasses and shit. I was trying to be funny.
I
Oh.
think you were in pajamas.
Well,
No.
let me kick things off because I got the good shit with 100 proof vodka. The cheap shit.
Mm.
the cheap shit, which is just like, okay, there's no flavor, there's no fancy shit. It comes in a plastic bottle, 100 as God intended.
As God intended.
Mm-hmm.
Want to hear something really funny that happened to me?
Skip it.
The belt of my car started to shred on my way home.
The what of your car?
The belt on my car started to shred.
Oh, my seatbelt's actually stuck in the seatbelt thing. Like I can't unbuckle the seatbelt.
No, I mean,
So every time I get in the car, I have to like
it was
squeeze into it.
It was
So I
pretty
feel your
bad.
pain.
No, not the seat belt. The belt in the engine.
Oh,
car.
okay. Different belt.
Yes. That's what I was told. What are you doing?
He's riding a bull.
That's some.
I have
that's-
pictures of me riding statues all over the U.S. It's great.
You look like Asian Penn Gillette.
You look like the guy in the meme.
Which one?
The one on the right. The Yakuza guy that's a husband, and he's very wholesome, and he sharpens knives.
I read the first
But
like
I
12
don't
chapters of
have
that. Thank you
glasses
from
anymore.
I remember I sent
I
one
got
to
LASIK.
Blake. It's very good.
yeah,
I
it's
love
very
it.
good. People should read it.
I hope
Don't
people.
wanna
I
see
hope they
my
make
face?
into an anime.
I have read it, and it's good.
Want to see my face?
10 for
Here
10
it
can
is.
vouch.
This is my face.
Good job.
I'm gonna see if I already have a already picture of my face, and if I do, then I'll just send that because I'm not gonna take a picture of myself right now. It's too much work. Gonna have to turn on the light. It's 3 feet away. You expect me to get it? Anarchy.
Oh, but
Here's my face.
yeah, while I was trying to end the conversation with Mom, my sister also walked in and was like, "Oh, hey, it's your birthday. Some birthday presents. If you watch an anime, what am I watching?" And I was like, "Shit!" So I had to really quickly tell her to watch Mob Psycho
Very fucking good anime.
while explaining to her why Mob Psycho is a good show because episode 1 looks terrible, and I realized that.
I'll admit that voice really does fit your face.
It really doesn't. I don't know what she's talking about. Don't listen to her.
What did you guys think I looked like before this
I
picture?
don't
face-
know.
Your
But
face
not that.
just fits your voice. That's all I can say.
Oh,
You-
wee baby. You.
You look like you could pull off a mean Abed cosplay if that was a cosplay that people could pull off.
Ah,
Abed?
shit. Look at that face.
I've seen that face in real life.
Oh
Abed
my
from
God.
Community, whose name I don't remember.
Oh, man.
This is a current one
That
that I
face
just
puts,
took
that
because
fucking
I
face
have like
puts me
no
to
photos
shame.
of myself.
That's not a picture of you.
That's not Sam, man. That's
That's-
Daz.
I That's the joke.
That's
Ha
Sam.
ha! Everyone got it on the
You
first
know what?
try.
Fine. I'll fucking post a picture of my face. Fine.
At this point, since everyone's posted a picture, I feel like I might as well just get the one that I had
It's,
out.
it's obligation
Also,
now. It's just
Gilligan,
obligation.
Get over with it.
I honestly expected you to look like a combination between McCree and Clint Eastwood.
Nah, I'm a skinny white twig.
Now I gotta find out where I put that goddamn
I
picture of
am
myself.
6'1" and 120 pounds. I am a fucking skinny ass kid.
Give me 1 minute because I'm trying to find this
I've seen
goddamn picture.
Apocrypha's face. I alone have seen his face.
I've seen
Fair
it
enough.
too.
It was not what I expected.
Is he like super black?
No.
Because I don't know, like I wouldn't expect that out of him, but like
No.
okay.
See, wait, how you described me to look, kind of how I expected Apocrypha to look, like this super, like, grizzled jaw, southern, like, tough looking dude. And I was like, I mean,
I
he
feel
doesn't
like
look bad, but he's just not that.
I feel like this picture is not flattering, but oh well.
That's the picture that I saw.
Yeah, I just scrolled up until I found it because it's easier than taking a second picture of myself.
That is not how I expected you to look there, Blank.
Same here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I expected longer hair and like a fuller beard.
Nah, I buzz it occasionally.
Not
That's
gonna
me.
lie, I very well expected Blank to kind of look like the science dude in his thing, except with a ponytail and with that same goatee. Goatee's the
I'm-
one thing that's
I'm not that skinny.
Very skinny, just like a stick.
Ash looks exactly like I pictured her.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, not in
What do
100
you
years that I
mean?
expect that to be Blank's face. I'm just saying.
What do you mean by that, Blank?
Happy
Wait.
31st birthday, me. Now you all know what I look like.
I mean, I honestly thought you looked a lot like a Soviet Womble. Like that was the image I had in my head was an American Soviet. Wow,
American
that's not what I
Soviet?
mean.
I mean Soviet
Also,
Womble?
An American
also,
Womble.
I have Excalibur in that picture just because Tucky has swords.
Wait, what do you mean by that? What
The
you
sword.
said about my face?
Oh,
You-
you
that-
look like
that
you
looks-
expect.
That looks like you sound.
Oh, okay. Alright.
You sound how that looks.
Like that's not like a diss, but the way that Ash is reacting is making me think that she thinks that it's.
Oh.
The
Some
beauty of
people's
that.
okay, it's Ash. All we're saying is some people's faces and look matches how they sound.
I'm
And
just
some
putting
people
it out
don't.
there.
None of us think Blank looks like he sounds, but you do.
I
Okay.
was just very afraid that Blank was going to be a neckbeard, and I'm just glad it's confirmed that he's not.
I
Same
mean,
here.
I don't. If I raised my chin, there'd be beard under there, but I trim it occasionally. That's the important shit.
Oh,
I have
yeah, I wish I
fucking
could get a
hair.
beard. I look like I'm fucking 3 years younger than I am.
But yeah, you've all been playing D. Okay, most of you have been playing D&D with me for like 2 years. Now you finally know what I look like. There you go.
Everyone
I
knows what you
kind
look
of
like except for
count.
a few, except
I
for a
mean-
few people. So yeah, so what do you mean by I look feminine and yet masculine at the same time? That's what I mean by that.
This has been an informative session for me so far.
You've all seen the face of God.
Y'all
He
seen
looks like the
face?
guy next door.
Yeah, Poncho. Now you don't look like Penn Jillette. You look like Penn Jillette's like
Guy
not as
Ferrari.
famous brother who's trying to distance himself from Penn Jillette.
Guy
I mean, for
Ferrari's
real, though,
famous.
Like
Yeah,
what
you
I
look
look
like-
like changes on like the goddamn monthly.
Depends entirely on your facial accessories.
You know what I think? What
Yeah.
you look like? Guy Ferrari's not as popular brother.
No.
I actually
In
cook a
the
lot,
top
thank you.
picture, the one with the glasses, he looks like the guy from the movie The Package, but like Chinese instead of like or Native American rather. I'm gonna say
Hey.
right now, Apocrypher, all the way to the right.
Hey, Apocrypha, say something real quick so I can hear your voice and judge it.
Hi, everybody.
Or don't. It's fine.
His thing flashed. He just didn't say anything.
That's an
Also,
old photo, isn't it, Apocrypha?
I mean, it must be because there are the fucking Twin Towers in the background.
Yeah, that is old. Holy shit, you're
Oof.
right. That is old.
Perception nat 20.
I mean, it's not hard to spot. I almost thought it was like a meme, like a troll image of just like,
Can you hear me now?
God damn it. Anyway, well, I've had the first shot of the night
I got another one. Pulling these off my face.
from what, 1980? Oh, beautiful. That seems like it's like a laser tag place.
That's actually me working at a haunted house.
What, you pulled that off
Nice.
MySpace?
I was close.
Wait, I'm actually wearing that shirt right now. Holy crap. And the first picture, I was the guy all the way in the far left.
Way younger than you look now.
I'm
Judging
learning.
that was like 99, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
that's 20 years,
Before I-
dude.
That's before I was born.
Nah. You just, yes.
Okay, but it's now 8 o'clock, so the half hour of stalling I think is okay.
Let's get the show on the road, kids.
Oh god. Well, like I said, because we just finished another thing, we don't need to jump into the next one. Let's go ahead and open up with picking up where we left off, because you guys still have a lot of things you could do in this dungeon, strictly speaking. Just not all of them really combat related. Thank God.
Also, you guys want to see a magic trick?
Does it involve you shoving a pencil through someone's eye?
What? Oh my God, no. Oh wait,
That'd be really
uh,
funny.
Joker. In the span of time from 8 o'clock to 8:02, I am now already fucked up more than all of you combined.
He's high.
Edibles?
Ta-da!
He's high.
No, not. Oh my. I mean, yeah, but no.
He's high, Blake.
I don't know, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. I don't know how drugs work. I only have alcohol.
I
Okay,
can
so
never tell
what
when
you
he's high.
do is there's this thing that you could do where you put it up your butt and it just
Oh god.
Wow, that sounds so
I am
believable.
turning
No.
not actually like that. It's
Hang
not
on,
actually.
let me turn the stream to
You don't
private.
say.
Oh, I mean, I don't.
But anyway,
I don't know if I can turn the stream to private now.
I'll go ahead and once
Too
again
late.
audio. One of these days, I'm gonna learn how to make the music bot work, but I don't need to because you guys can. So why would I want to? So if you wouldn't mind finding some shit, that'd be cool. If not, I'll find it my own. But we're gonna pick up with you guys having just gotten the shard of lust from the disintegrated remains of the fake Sortion. That still leaves you in the bottom of the Lady's Light. That still leaves you pretty much, although out of immediate danger, surrounded by Thessalonian ruins and a lot of unexplored areas in this kind of death trap. It also still leaves you in the company of two kobolds, Pibbs and Kip, who have valiantly fought and did very little to aid you in your quest. But regardless,
They were
Have-
amazing.
have survived. All of you survived because all of you fucking wrecked shit.
I was on a freaking.
Skulls for the Skull King.
But
Throne.
yes,
Throne.
there's still quite a bit of things you could explore. And while I'm not gonna essentially like pop any crazy random encounters or make you move squares at a time for it, I will tell you if you guys want to explore from on a looser kind of like move from room to room basis. That's fine.
I'm doing breathing exercises
Hey.
to calm myself down.
There's a
Before
throne
we
in
leave
here?
This place.
There is a throne in here.
I'm doing what I told you I was doing.
I should also say, because I don't think I managed to mention it earlier, but this place when you walked in was pretty fucking illustrious. Like all these pillars are as is the standard in this dungeon, carved in the shapes of beautiful men and women. It looks like this was essentially like the fucking royal throne room, essentially. Just like the lead up to this throne is stupid long.
The fucking royal throne room.
Ah!
God damn it.
Get
But
out of here,
anyway,
sis.
once you actually killed the fake sorcerer, it immediately kind of aged. It looks like a ruin now, and you realize that this entire place was kind of held under one massive kind of illusion that made it look cooler than it was.
But the throne is still there.
Throne's still there, just it's no longer like polished marble and gleaming onyx.
Oh
It's just
my
like
god.
kind of shabby-ish.
Oh my god.
Vulcan is gonna walk up the steps and then just sit on it.
Yeah, it's made for a human-sized person.
I'll make it fit.
No, you won't.
I'll just keep smashing it until it fits.
Vulcan sits on. It's made of stone, so it's not like it's gonna like. It's
Uh,
not like it's gonna crack under your weight. How
roll-
much do you weigh?
Roll for ash
A
smashing.
lot.
Now I'm sitting here wondering about the structural integrity of a
I'm
stone
just gonna sit on
throne.
top of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that you kind of just sit on the armrests. Yeah, nothing happens. It's not magic. Let me go ahead and open some shit up. But
Hey, before we leave, I'd like to use that scrying chamber myself.
Got no problem with that.
And
And
Like,
besides,
sure thing.
use it for. Gray's still kind of hunched over this one dead body, just like his hands like across her.
So much blood.
there isn't really any blood. They don't bleed. Sorry, the cultists do. The cultists are super fucking dead, by the way. The cultists and the Grey Maidens obviously were not fiends, so they didn't disintegrate, but the Succubi and the fake sorcerer were. So,
Well, the one Grey Maiden is still alive. Or two. We left two alive.
Should have died.
that's true. You did leave a couple of them run away. Even if you tried to find them, you're not going to be able to. They fucking booked it.
This one's still right here.
Hang on.
I mean, she was there at like the very end of the fight because she was like pretty much unconscious.
Oh, well, I thought. Hang on.
One
no.
ran.
That one.
ran.
Yes. One ran. I'm thinking about the different one. So yes, this one's still here. And Gray managed to stabilize.
Oh,
I
no, he
remember.
used a spell to heal her.
Yeah, she's like up.
Yeah, but she's
Instead
kind of
of the near-death
demoralized.
cleric.
And she's kind of at that weird like you survived like the Battle of Normandy type thing where it's like, well, now what? So she's kind of shell shocked. If you guys want to like talk to her, then by all means. But right now she's kind of still processing what's happening.
Savas is going to go check on our friend upstairs.
That's a long journey back.
Is it, though?
You guys teleported here. You don't really know how to
Oh,
get
right.
back.
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna go take a look then. Ooh, secret passage. What's this?
Hang on. Because this is one of those situations where I'm looking at my notes from last week to make sure I know what I'm talking about.
Split the party. Split the...
Like I said, I don't plan on killing all of you guys after you beat the final boss of this chapter.
While you look at that, Vulcan is gonna just kind of shut down on the throne for a couple of minutes. If anybody notices, that's fine.
Hashtag furry time?
Aha.
No,
Um,
but yes, but no.
actually, if you head back into the area that you were teleported into, you do find two similar statues to the ones that you like had to touch to get here, in the north and western sections or eastern. Shit. So there are two teleporty statues in the previous room. If you would need to use those.
We should search for secret doors in this place.
Sure thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and check out the statues first. Goodness, what is it? Pieball is Gray. Right, name is Gray.
Hello.
Gray and I were originally teleported to a pit of lava.
I don't think it was a lava.
So
It was
in case one of these is booby trapped and takes me to the pit of lava,
It was not a
I
bit
should
of
be able to
lava.
make my way back.
No, it was a Sarlacc pit.
Actually, can you test it for me and come back and let me know which one's the right one?
Sure thing.
Sarlacc pit.
Well,
Yeah.
same thing. Pit of Dead. And with that, I will
How do we?
hop on the
back?
north one and go.
Because we just got teleported. I just.
So Jack, are you touching the top statue?
Yep.
Okay. You are teleported right back to where you came from. On top of this thing. Or sorry, the middle one was the one.
Okay, I immediately go back.
I'll jump you back over there.
Yep, it's the top one.
How do you know the other one doesn't lead to something else besides the pit? You should test it too.
Yep, you got it. And I'll give the one to the east a big ol' hug.
Good. So, Jack, you find yourself in a new room that you hadn't been in before. It looks kind of unfinished. This looks like half of these pillars are carved in, again, the same way as all the other ones. It's darker would be the first term that comes to mind, not in a lighting effect, but the themes of polished marble and fine, like, it's lust. That all of the craftsmanship, artistry, artsmanship. It's a new word that went into the rest of this dungeon essentially has been kind of turned a little bit more gothic, for lack of a better term. The artwork in here depicts what seems to be a mural of what looks to be roll a history check.
Sure, one moment.
Natural 20.
Nice.
You actually heard stories. You're not much of. I don't think you're much of a history buff. You're not proficient in it,
Nope.
at least. But you've heard tales of all kinds of stuff on the sea. Tales of sirens, especially, being as relevant they are to the sailing profession. But in that same vein, vampires and other things that feed on energy. These murals seem to depict some kind of ritual that allows you to absorb the life force of someone. And you get the strangest feeling that this isn't art as much as it is a practical application. Also, looks like all of the sections of the wall where blood is represented doesn't look like it's paint, and it looks fresh. You're not sure if
So I
it's
take it it's not like a paper mural. It's like on the.
someone has carved the walls of this room to intricately detail the steps by which someone is using some sort of blood magic to maintain eternal youth, essentially.
Right. So, looking for traps, of course. I'm gonna look for a way back. Like,
Okay.
pronto. Is there another statue?
There is. It's over here. It's this entire. Oh, hang on. Got quiet all of a sudden.
L22, circle of schmooze.
So there's a statue that you can see pretty easily over here. It looks half finished, but it's the same kind of design as the previous ones. Again, this one has the same kind of outstretched hands, but in one of them is a dagger.
Right. I'm gonna go check out that first.
I'm waiting for you to be like, I'm gonna give it a hug.
No. What is it? Arcana check to check what the hell's going on with the dagger.
Sure. Roll for it.
22.
22. Stop texting me, family.
Happy birthday!
Get your phone.
Yeah, I could do that. But then I'm being mean.
So I put my phone in
As-
there all the time.
As another weird aside, my mom's birthday was yesterday, so I
Yo,
can't even
you
really
too?
ignore her because then it's ignoring her birthday. Anyway, you get the same kind of it's same design. There's no real runes on it. The rune lords at this point didn't really need to put runes in this kind of shit. They could imbue it with stuff just fine. But you get the sense that since it's the same size, it's the same design, it probably has the same effect. You don't know if the dagger is going to do anything, but you don't see any obvious pitfalls. There's no obvious trap.
Yeah, that's fair. I will take the dagger out of its hand and pocket it. Not touching it, of course, because I have 9 robes.
How are you gonna pocket the dagger without touching it?
I have 9 Thessalonian robes, so I'm basically gonna take it without touching it. Or I'm
Okay.
gonna
Picking
use
up poop.
the robes. What?
Picking up poop with a plastic bag. Yeah, you can just
Yeah.
hold it.
So you wrap your hand in robes essentially. You realize very quickly that the dagger is not a separate thing. It is part of the statue. Very sharp, by the way. Wanna try harder?
So hard, in fact, that I'll take out a dagger of mine and booming blade the hand off.
I'm just gonna say that's not gonna work because it's a magic item. You can't break
Yeah,
magic items.
that's fair. Yeah, we'll try harder.
Can I see any of this happening or no?
You're not in that room, no. Oh, did you want to teleport over to there? Like, did you touch the statue? He's in a different room right now.
I'll follow him.
Okay, we'll say that you're in there then. Whip.
Do you need that removed?
Don't sweat it. I got it. Just gotta get the right angle.
That was the wrong person.
Yes, it was. Sorry, you both sound alike.
I believe you want the giant robot.
Oh, I moved.
I'm confused.
I mean,
You want the giant robot.
Someone wants to be in that room.
Cyvus did leave. Went somewhere.
Let me just tab open my goddamn Discord so I can see who's talking. Who wants to be in the room with Jack?
Me.
Cool. Why do you sound different today?
I'm on my phone because I'm eating right now. Well, as soon as I finish up, I'll be on something different.
Fair enough. Also, you're regular size now, so. But yeah, so also you didn't use the robot filter, thank God. I'm happy, but also I'm used to it.
Don't worry, we'll put it back.
I hate you. Anyway, yeah, you see Jack trying to mess with this with the statue. You go since you also ported in here. Go ahead and make a Arcana check.
Copy that. Just give me 1 second.
I could also do it for you since you're on your phone and all that.
Arcana, you said?
Yeah. 16. Not too much that isn't already evident from what I told Jack. Essentially, that this is just a visual representation of some blood magic. The details are a little bit vague.
So considering I don't have blood, does it look like it'll bother me as much?
I mean, probably not.
Jack, would you like me to do that?
No, don't worry yourself. I got it all covered. Just gotta get the right angle of effort.
You understand what will happen if you are cut, correct?
No, I already checked it. No worries, friend.
Vulcan's just gonna sit down and watch.
So are you still trying with the dagger there, Jack?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
Sure. Nat 20.
Nat 20. This is a solid piece. There is no finagling this dagger out. It is literally the same stone as the hand. That being said, you managed to not like break your dagger in the process trying to like to wedge this thing out. You realize pretty quickly that this is not going to do anything nice to your weaponry.
I mean, that's fine. It's a dagger. They come like $1 a dozen.
Oh, real ass dagger. I mean, yeah, all the same. I'm just saying you're not going to be able to pry this thing out.
Here we go. I'll take one of my hammers. He's like, fucking.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm just going to tell you, you can't break a magic item that easy, man.
Yeah, that's fair. Just because, God, I have so much useless crap.
I hate that you
Item-wise.
rolled. I hate that you rolled 2 natural 20s and a natural 18 for nothing. But there's not a lot you can do with this statue.
I throw a wooden chest at it. And like
For vodka, this is vodka worthy.
Yo,
any of my,
roll a perception
I have
check. See if
so
you
much
can get
crap.
the statue to just say, you know what? I don't want it. It might work.
it's one solid piece.
Can I
I know
determine? Can I determine what the purpose of the statue is, / what the magic of it is, like what the magic item is, or if it's just the whole statue?
Go ahead and roll Arcana as well there. 24. So you're between you and Jack. Jack's kind of like going beelining for the dagger. You're trying to figure out what this whole thing is essentially figuring. Or wow, more vodka. You're trying to figure out what this all means put together. You get the sense that yeah, you had the right idea that this statue is meant to. The dagger is sharp for a reason. That you're kind of meant to cut yourself on it. For what end, you don't really know. I mean, obviously for some eternal youth shit, but Sortion isn't here, and the fake Sortion's dead. So what this could be fueling now, maybe nothing, maybe something else entirely. I think that between the two of you, you'd probably know that it's not going to kill you to cut yourself. We'll just put that out there. The DM just letting you guys know. I won't insta kill you for touching this dagger.
Sure, fuck it. I hug the statue, but this time from behind. Away from the dagger, that is.
Cool, nothing happens.
Yeah, no. I think this is a part of some useless ritual. Not something I can really. Anyways. Does not look like that is the way back.
Vulcan's gonna walk up to it, still covered in various bits of gore and viscera, and just kind of drip a little bit on the dagger.
Okay. Vulcan teleports.
Woo!
Neat. I'm gonna check out the rest of the room now.
Go ahead and roll either perception or investigation there, Jack.
Oof,
15?
first level of the right.
I mean, that's still a 15.
Yeah.
You managed to find among the unfinished sections quite a few kind of desiccated corpses. They've been here for a long time. Look like they're wearing the same kind of robes that you've already packed a few of in a bag. A lot of the ancient Thessalonian robes. These were all engraved with the Rune of Lust, etc., etc. All of them have spell components. And for high-level casters, that shit's worth money. We're talking like gems and shit.
Sure, I'll take that. And one more robe, because I'd rather have 10 than 9. Much cleaner that way.
Okay. Go ahead and put about 2,000 gold worth of gems in your inventory. You can split that if you want, or you can not tell anyone you ever found it. Your call.
Did you say 2 or 10?
I said 2,000 gold worth.
Damn.
I mean, hey man, high-level spells. That and there's a whole lot of loot in this dungeon. As for Vulcan, you get teleported to a different place. This seems like, weirdly enough, a shrine. Go ahead and make a religion check. Jack just wanders through a wall.
What?
Nothing. Oh, there's shit. I forgot to put a wall there.
Yeah, no, that's like, wait, what? I was like, that's not a wall.
There's a giant S, which means secret wall, but I forgot to wall it off.
Oh. Whoops.
20.
But with the 15, I would have told you about it anyway, because the 15 perception's enough to see that it's very loosely pricked together, like it was meant to be a secret wall, but given the unfinished nature of this room, that it's a super easy to spot fake wall. That was kind of like, oh, I guess this is, you know what I mean? Like it's not even like a secret really. It's like, oh, there's just, you can see to the side. Let's just kick these bricks out of the way. So that's an easy enough
I do
search.
just that then. Go ahead and do Vulcan.
Okay. With a 20 religion, Vulcan, you see a shrine to essentially, I'm gonna get her name wrong. Nocticula, the goddess of succubi.
Did you say the goddess of succubi is tequila?
Noctilla. I'm gonna get her name wrong.
Oh,
But,
Noctilla. I'm gonna go
Noctilla,
with
thank you.
tequila.
Tequila is my lady. Sorry,
That's a great movie.
it is a really good movie. Everyone, if anyone hasn't seen Cabin in the Woods, go see Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
There you go.
I see a shrine to succubi.
The goddess, yes, the goddess of succubi. Yeah, I mean, as far as shrines go, you know, aside from the source material, pretty standard. You also see essentially a bunch of offerings. These don't seem like a standardized thing. They're kind of just like a bunch of assorted odds and ends. But they are arranged in such a way that it's like not just like, oh sure, just toss a magic item at the base of the statue. Like they are set very carefully in front of it.
What do we got?
You find a bag of holding,
Oh,
which only contains one item.
What's in it?
If you flip it out, if you flip it inside out, which is just standard
Which I
procedure
will.
for anyone finding a bag of holding. Just FYI, you guys are adventurers. You fucking know that. There's only one item inside. It's a coin.
A single coin?
A single coin. It seems like it's made out of silver, but isn't a standard issue silver coin. You know what I mean? Like even in ancient Thessalonian times, this isn't a standard issue coin. It looks like one end is engraved with a symbol. Well, actually, I'm trying to think. One essentially has the outside of a rune mark. Typically speaking, any rune mark has a very similar exterior, with the interior being different depending on what's the source. This has no interior. It's just the basis of a rune mark. And the other side is blank, but not like blank mage, like just it's empty.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Identify on it.
Okay. Does that tell you the full list of what it does essentially, or does it just give you like the basis of it? That's
It
tech magic,
would,
isn't it?
But I'll link it for you.
Yep, you learn its properties and how to use them. This is a coin that will, when you flip it and ask a question, a yes or no question, it will always land either or yes if it has a rune mark, or no if there's no rune mark. It only works for things that affect you directly, and for the very near future.
So I'm gonna put down a coin of prophecy.
Okay, that works. So essentially, if you looked at a door and said, "Is this trapped?" Flip the coin, it would land yes or no. But you couldn't use it to say like, like is the king a shapeshifter? It doesn't affect you, and it's not the immediate future. So
Right, interesting. Okay. What else was in this room?
that's basically it. Aside from the shrine itself.
Any jewels or anything scattered about?
No, I'd say that all the jewels are pretty much left with Jack over there.
And there's a door I see in here.
It is.
I'm gonna hold the coin and flip it and say, "Is this door trapped?" Clink.
This door is not trapped.
No.
You notice that this coin, you have to. This is another caveat. You have to be able to say it A, in ancient Thessalonian, and B, it has to be short enough that you could say the entire sentence while the coin's in the air.
I love that.
I'm grabbing my coin. I'm gonna test it.
when you flip it and say, "Is this door trapped?" before it hits the ground, as soon as it lands, it doesn't bounce. It just lands like flat. It doesn't like spin or anything like that. It's just like done. And it is the blank side of this door is not trapped. Oh, you'd also know this only works once a day.
All right. Sorry, I don't know if it would have wasted it on that, but no.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that this is essentially a coin of whispers. Is that or a whispering coin? I forget what Pathfinder calls it.
Well, it's a Pathfinder thing, not a D&D thing.
So I'm gonna open this door.
Yeah, whispering coin. So.
Well, while they're doing all of that, I'm gonna try and search this throne room for secret doors.
Okay, well, hang on.
I'm gonna be putting time into it, so I don't know if you want to.
Can I loot these bodies?
You can. I'd say that on these cultists, you could find probably another 700 gold's worth of spell components.
Woo!
These guys aren't as high level as the ones that Jack was looting. All the general armor and weapons that are carried by Grey Maidens. So we're talking, whichever heavy armor has AC 18, that one.
No, AC 16 because they have shields.
They have shields. Thank you for reminding me.
It was chainmail.
It was chainmail. That's what I thought, and I was like, I'm not confident in that answer. But so yeah, chainmail. Yeah, pretty basic equipment from them. They're women of the cloth essentially. They don't have a whole lot of like valuables.
I'll add the chainmail to my inventory. You add the, 700 gold worth of spell components to yours for now, which we'll probably end up either using or selling.
Did Succubus Sorceon drop anything in her dust? Is there anything in her dust?
Aside from the shard, no.
Damn. Cunt. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Jack, the area that you walked into, actually, well, I don't know who's going next, essentially, but for now, Jack and Vulcan are winding up in the same area. You notice that there is a spiral staircase that leads up. What are I know Jack and Aiden are looting. What's everyone else doing? Aiden, investigation for looking for secret doors. Where are you looking for secret doors? What
I'm in
room?
the throne room.
Okay. Go ahead and roll either a perception or investigation.
Can I take an advantage by spending time on it?
How long are you gonna spend on it? I'll just lower the DC accordingly.
10, 15 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
Shit.
Can I help him?
Sure. You can either roll separately or you can roll with advantage, Aiden.
I have a
Take,
a
you roll. You roll.
Alright, fine. Should've asked me, man.
You're both pretty distracted. There's a lot that's been going on.
That adrenaline, that blood rush feeling.
You could probably hear from the other side of this admittedly pretty thin wall the sounds, the pretty unmistakable sounds of Vulcan moving, just because fucking Terminator over there, just like pathunk, pathunk, pathunk. So you know that he's probably over there somewhere through that wall, but I don't think you could see any kind of secret entrance over there. So yeah, the only way out that you guys know about is through here.
I'm gonna keep looking.
Okay.
Fucking angry.
I know you're expecting this giant S to be one, but also I don't like that giant S ruins the symmetry of this room otherwise. So.
Oh no, I didn't even notice that.
What? Sorry.
Are there any other doors in this area other than like the stair?
So there's actually a few doors here. There's this entire area is kind of covered in doors. Whether or not any of them are interesting enough to even go into is another question.
That's fair. Hey Vulcan, you want me to peek through all these doors?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Repeat what you said. I'm sorry, I was cleaning.
Did you want me to peek all the doors, see what's behind them? Before we just burst in, unannounced like, or set up any traps or anything like that?
Feel free.
Sure. And I'll do just that.
Okay.
Starting with this southernmost one.
I'm just gonna, again, none of them are terribly interested, so I'm just gonna get rid of all of them at once. All three of these doors to these directions are all cells, which contain very recently killed Grey Maidens.
How unfortunate as I go through their pockets.
Again, Grey Maidens really don't have anything, especially these ones, since they were killed and obviously were stripped of most of their belongings.
Fair point.
In the process. All of them seem like they were tortured in what we're just going to call BDSM ways. But too intense.
I'll check them out for a pulse. And if any of them are alive, clearly put them out.
Nope. Not.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, yeah. This isn't like 50 Shades of Grey. Like, no, dark shit. Do not research.
Like 100 shades of fucked. That's what it is.
I was like, I don't know if you're gonna make a reference to something I don't know about, but please don't tell me about it. Anyway, hang on a second.
And the last door?
I remember that pack of ninjas. Thank you for reminding me. Last door. Make sure I don't talk about. This seems like it's a barracks essentially. A lot of recently used actually beds. It seems like it was the kind of a less than illustrious like communal sleeping chamber for any Grey Maidens who were charmed or enchanted by this fake sorcerer. The fact that it was this close to all of the cells where they were being tortured means that it was probably less like, this is your room where you'll be staying, and more of like, you sleeping here, goddammit. Like more cattle than guest.
Right.
That being
under
said,
the beds?
nothing in the beds, but each of them does have a footlocker. And between all of them, you find about 70 gold worth of just assorted coin from all these Grey Maidens together. Depending on how long you want to go through things, actually, you find a number of personal items. Are you gonna like go through each footlocker like one at a time, like figuring this shit out, or what's the plan?
Kind of, sort of. So I'm gonna start going through the footlockers, but seeing how many there are, I'm gonna start taking them and dumping them in a pile like in the center of the room, and just kind of literally dump all of them and then go through it all at once.
Okay. So yeah, like the gold, like I said, you start piecing together a narrative essentially, because none of these things are really worth any money, but between journals kept by a few of them, between keepsakes and whatnot, you get the sense that the Grey Maidens came out here about 2 weeks. Actually, this corroborates with what the kobolds were saying. Grey Maidens came out here about, I think it was a month ago. Was I wrong? I have written down somewhere. But a lot of it details the Grey Maidens weren't really to help out. A lot of them were enchanted like in the first like day, and there was like a civil war essentially between a lot of the Grey Maidens who were like, "This is great. We could use this new ally in our own personal mission." You get the sense. The Grey Maidens you've been fighting, half of them have been enchanted, half of them have been convinced by enchanted people, etc., etc. All of this boils down to, about 4 or 5 Grey Maidens names that you could probably use to get in good with anyone if you were like, oh yeah, I'm a friend of, Oriana or something like that. But aside from the lore aspect, nothing too interesting in their collection.
Got it. 5 names of Grey's Maidens.
I didn't even think about the fact there's a person named Grey.
Yeah, it's gonna
Grey,
be.
you've got a whole army.
It's gonna be a hysterical one to bring up. Anyways, Yeah, I'll tell Vulcan and pretty much confirm everything I've seen. Like, so upstairs?
Okay.
You said these are normal armored gray maidens on the ground.
Sorry?
He piled up the gray maidens, you said, right?
No, he piled up their belongings. This area was where they all slept, and as such, where they kept all of their stuff.
What are their belongings?
Their belongings is just like personal items. They're not really worth anything monetarily. It's just that, clothes, personal trinkets, shoes, and like socks. I don't know.
Cool. All
We're
right,
talking, nothing interesting.
Vulcan's gonna nod and then just start playing around with the bag of holding.
Huh, neat.
Yes.
It's bigger on the inside.
So upstairs?
That is fine with me.
Okay. We're just gonna go through that super quick. Upstairs seems like it's where Fake Sortion slept. It's like her personal bedroom. Very fucking nice. Like, this is an ostentatious bedroom. A lot of like silk and linens. Let me make sure that yada. She does have a dresser. If you want to go through that, which I assume you do because final boss dresser.
Yeah, but with gloves.
Actually, let me go ahead and read the description here. So, white marble chamber, 4-post bed, obviously, made of black marble of each pillar, and her sexy manacles, because of course, not as sexy when you notice there's blood on them, but as one does.
I could use some sexy manacles.
Special sexy manacles?
Oh.
They're not sexy when taken out of context. Then they're just manacles, bloody manacles.
But are they
prison people?
Are they anti-dimensional travel manacles?
Goodness no! You're trapping gray maidens, not wizards.
I'm marking down one pair of sexy manacles. Do they come with keys? Are they sexy keys?
I don't think they do come with keys.
Do they have fur?
I'm wondering if there was a key, where would you keep it?
I don't want to know. I don't want to go inside them. I have lockpicks.
Fair point. Aside from that, you find about another 360 gold worth of coin, essentially, that the Fake Sortion had collected. We'll just refer to her as the succubus because she was a succubus. They'll be monsters themselves. You find a non-magical +1 breastplate that seems like it belonged to a Grey Maiden, particularly well made, but obviously not attached to a Grey Maiden right now. So, but yeah, aside from that, nothing.
Yeah, that's fine. We can give someone else the breastplate.
Iden is already wearing breastplate.
You do notice that
But
weirdly enough, there is although no statue, the same one of those kind of golden teleporty type plates that you saw in the previous one of which led to the Sarlacc pit, in her personal bedroom. It's like one of the goddamn Pokemon gyms.
Honestly, it sounds like a fan fiction that like one of her followers wrote about her. The Sarlacc in her bedroom.
It's that guy.
Oh my God.
What's his name again? Nah?
Nace.
Nah, what happened is
Never
that
forget about Nace.
I mean, one of you hasn't.
Love
Have-
him. How are we getting back to him?
Actually, because Sivas said that was the first thing he was doing, and Sivas knows how to get back to him at this point. So let's go ahead. I don't know if you actually want to RP that, but
Not really.
yeah, the entire time Sivas has been so hey Nace.
Don't make it all seductive.
Go ahead and roll persuasion, just for general things.
Alright. Where is my character?
Why?
Interesting.
Where do you find these songs?
This wasn't me this time, though it is interesting that it starts playing now. Oh!
Sir, I think you have a convo.
Damn.
I proceed.
A lot of natural 20s tonight. Okay. But that's what you're doing in the meantime. So,
Am I the only one that's left in the main hall where the boss fight was? Did
I
everyone
think
else?
I am.
I'm still here. Most of the party's here. I'm still searching for more secret doors. I haven't given up yet.
you already rolled for it. It's too late. You can't roll again.
There's a rule for time spent eventually results in success.
I know, but
Yeah, it's called taking a 10. Or a
But-
20 if you've got that much time.
but there's also a rule that if you can't find anything, then you won't find anything because there's nothing to find, sir. You want there to be a secret entrance, but there isn't.
That's what we call try as you might.
I think we need a celebration song. Yes. I don't know if it's appropriate.
Play it.
I never did download that orchestral deja vu cover.
I still have.
I mean, I'm gonna do it later if I remember to do it. But yeah, so there is one last teleporter in her personal bedroom if you want to try to step on that and see where it goes. But obviously, if you don't want to, because it might lead to a Sarlacc pit, your call. There's a lot of thunder outside. Hang on. I don't even know what we're listening to right now.
I mean,
Celebration
idea.
music.
Sure. Point is, what's everyone doing? Because it's gotten quiet.
I'm just waiting.
Expecting Vulcan and I are going to teleport.
I'm still doing breathing exercises.
Okay. This last teleporter essentially puts you on the kind of the same. If we're looking at the Lady's Light as a Statue of Liberty, this last teleporter puts you on the torch, overseeing the entire outstretched coast.
Wow.
What kind of view we got? What do we see?
It's fucking amazing. Like, not only are you suspended, the cliff was already 400 feet up, and I think that the Lady's Light itself is another 200 feet up, of which you're about like 160 feet of that height up. Actually, no, because the torch would be raised. So yeah, you guys are literally on top of like a skyscraper, overlooking most of the Varisian coast. Pretty windy, pretty cold up here. Vulcan, you obviously don't care, but and Jack, you've been on the sea enough that it doesn't particularly bother you either. Especially given that you have wings, even the heights at this point are kind of just like, oh no, what'll happen if I fall? Pretty cramped considering Vulcan is huge, but yeah, it seems like this is just essentially her balcony. Also, it could be an easy way out if you wanted to, dive off, but all the same.
There are still people inside we have not accounted for.
That is true. Any idea how we get back?
The way we came.
How did we come? Phrasing.
It was a weird series of teleporters, but I don't think you guys actually did find a way back out. You've had a chain of teleporters that led in a straight line here, essentially.
I trust you'll be able to return to him, yes.
Now what are you listening to? This has gotten weird.
That's Apocrypha.
I don't think it was that weird.
No.
Better than Heart-Shaped Bomb.
Is it a sitar?
We could try teleporting again. This might just be like a transitionary place.
This is also a very weird place. I feel this.
There is a teleporter that leads back to her bedroom, obviously, or else she'd have to jump off the edge of the thing to get down every time she used it.
Oh, I was just wondering if all the teleporters in conjunction make one circle. So, like, if I was to teleport using the one at the top of the torch again, does it take me back to wherever, or to?
Actually, it would, wouldn't it? Sorry, I'm. It's one of these situations where I'm kind of like, wait, shit. But yeah, probably would be, because this seems like one of those things where, if you're thinking about it, it'd probably lead you back to the throne room. Yeah.
I trust you'll be able to go retrieve Nace for us, correct?
I feel like essentially they'd all be linked, so whatever you were thinking about going, that's the place you'd end up being. As long as it's a teleporter, essentially. Seems like the most convenient way of doing that. And therefore what they would do.
Can I trust you all to retrieve Nace?
Are you speaking to all of us now?
I believe one of us has already done to do that.
I'd take her out.
Gone to do that.
So are you guys gonna, if we're playing by these rules and you guys are gonna think about the location you want to be, then I assume you go back to the throne room?
Yep.
Also,
Vulcan
this sitar is really taking me out of things. Hang on.
I'll find something.
Wait, hold on to that shit until Arisia. Arisian.
Oh my god.
I assume that's a thing.
It's fantasy Egypt.
Oh, okay.
Who is on the balcony right now?
Did you just call them the Smurfs?
You and Jack are the only ones on the balcony.
Jack, can I trust you to retrieve Nace?
Sure,
I didn't mean to hum the Smurfs. If that's what I ended up humming, then yes.
that's fair.
No, I just had a mouthful of vodka and I was looking for something to chase it down with. But
And will you also bring the Arisen out as well?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Wonderful. Can you send the kobolds up this way, please?
You know what? Yeah, you got it. They deserve to know. And so, yeah, I start going through everything, holding the kobold's hands all the way through and taking them to Vulcan.
well, I'm assuming that if you know where you're going, that you can teleport there on only one trip, essentially, where you're just like, go there, and you imagine it in your mind, you picture it, and just kind of wind up in the place you want to be.
Yeah, well, at this point, I'm going to multiple places, so.
Fair point. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd say start with the throne room. Be like, hey, I'm gonna go get Nace and the dead friend guy out. Kobolds, follow me. I'll take you to Vulcan. He wants you to see something, and then make my way out with the party.
Well, I had asked and am still going to go towards the scrying room again.
I'll probably pass you on the way.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that first. So, Aiden, you just gonna go by yourself? Like, okay, I know how it works.
I mean, with what I'm doing, it might be a good idea to have other people there.
Is anyone going with him?
I mean, I'm not there when he's leaving.
I gotta say in the crown room. I'm gonna tell. I think that you should go, Jaraxis.
What?
No, not her.
Him.
And why not?
Him.
I remembered.
I haven't quite taken a liking to either of you. I don't fully trust you.
Well, I don't trust you either.
Nobody trusts anyone.
It's
Except
the
for
scene from
Vulcan.
The Office where they're doing the Mexican showdown.
Well, if neither of you trust each other, then this would be a great trust exercise. So go. And
Why
either-
don't you tell one of the others to come join me when you see them? I'll be there waiting.
All right, that seems fair.
All right.
Just prick.
So Jack leads Pibs and Kip to Vulcan, essentially on the balcony, overlooking the coast. They're suitably odd. They don't understand magic or how it works in the first place. They just kind of accept that this is all the work of God, which, you know, in a sense, they're not entirely wrong. But being led to the balcony, they're not quite. They're like little kids. They can't quite see over the railing.
I lift them up onto my shoulders.
Just grab them. Yeah. This and much like taking, you know, like a 8-year-old to go see, you know, the Grand Canyon to someone who's never left, you know, or didn't even realize that there was a Grand Canyon before now. Yeah. I don't know how to suitably RP 2 kobolds having their minds completely fucking blown.
A lot of screaming.
I'm about to blow
excitement.
their minds some more. I'm gonna put them down so that they face me. Bibbs and Kip.
They stand
I'm
at
very-
attention.
I am very proud of you. You have passed your test. And I'm gonna cast Alter Self and make myself look like Sorshin.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
Oh
here we
my
go.
God.
You have pleased me.
Hey.
You have done well.
They this is some Ace Ventura, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? The name of the white bat,
Oh shit, I don't remember.
right?
Equester Orchard! Or something like that.
Oh, good.
It was Wachada.
when you
Sounds
alter self,
great.
it play.
What the
God
fuck is
damn it.
this?
I don't know, but I
Why
hate
don't
it.
we listen to Egyptian
It's
rap?
the pillar.
What-
It's fucking
This
pillar.
is
It's a
this is
JoJo
JoJo's
reference.
meme?
This is JoJo.
Motherfucking JoJo's reference. Anyway. Yeah, they immediately
Alright, enough
like
of the JoJo reference.
they immediately like faces to the ground, like prostrate. Metal Man was God all along. Why'd we not believe?
It is okay, my children. I come in many forms to test you. You were right to be suspicious, but you passed. Come.
What?
We must go back. I'm gonna pick them up, and because I have jump cast on me at all times now, I'm gonna fucking leap off the tower towards the village.
I mean, you also have
God.
Featherfall, so
I do.
so
I'm gonna give
Between-
myself extra distance.
between the two of them, fucking All Might this shit off the top of the building.
Jesus.
More like hashtag kobold moments. But fucking leap off the top of this building. Go ahead and roll an athletics check to see how far you get away from the top of this building with your.
Can you do it for
how
me?
does leap work
Jump.
again?
Jump triples my jump distance.
Okay. God, you already have All Might shit. What's wrong with you?
Close.
He has it for a reason. I know exactly why he has it already ready.
How are you so prepared?
Oh, it's
All right.
prepared because he's gonna be using it for another character. But I believe you're technically not allowed to jump further in a single round than your move speed.
Well,
I mean-
I'm falling, so I don't have a choice on that one.
I mean, technically yes, but we're out of combat, so I don't care. And he's also magically enhanced and on top of a skyscraper.
It's happening. Let it happen.
Yeah, you cover like a solid like half distance back to the goddamn village in one single bound, fucking Superman. But still looking like Sorshin, by the way, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
so just a petite, sexy lady carrying 2 kobolds,
Well,
leaping through,
Because I'm still Vulcan.
leaping through the late afternoon sky. D&D things, guys. But lands easy enough that, and again, you don't weigh any less, by the way, unless you're using Featherfall
Right.
specifically.
I'm gonna use Featherfall to land gently right at the village.
I'll allow it because we did the same shit before with the goddamn pillar. So we're not gonna use it for a serious or combat thing ever again. But I'll allow it. Okay, this time. You managed to cover the distance insanely fast, and within a couple of minutes of just coasting, kind of or touch down, and again, the same reaction that these two had to you, everyone has because you look like Sortion. God damn you so hard. But I can't keep a straight face with this flag. But yeah, everyone immediately, exact same thing, faces to the floor, are bowed in silent reverence.
Sorry, give me 1 sec. I just moved my setup.
Pibbs and Kip are very confused because it's kind of like you just met God, and God has decided to give you a piggyback ride. How do you react? You just sit there like an idiot because you have no other reaction. They're kind of waiting for you, Sortion, to continue because they don't know what action to take right now. They are stunned into inaction.
Thus begins the staring contest.
I mean, there's a long pause between a lot of kobolds that don't know whether or not they're allowed to speak, and the robot who isn't aware
He's
of
still
social.
setting up. I don't know if he can hear you.
Fair enough.
He said he's gonna fix stuff.
Yeah, I just don't know. I figured I might as well go into things anyway. In the meantime, then, so Vulcan's just fucking gone. Are you guys gonna meet up with Aiden and resume that other thing? I know what Cybus is doing.
So where are we back?
I mean, it takes a little bit to get back, but you know
No.
the way.
Where are we? Where are you bringing us back?
I'm going to assume that you guys go back the way you came, which is to say on those boats.
Setting wise,
the,
right now. I'm trying to figure out what music to change.
Oh, gotcha. I was really confused. I'm like, where things happen. We're gonna head back to, I think, Aiden. So Aiden's gonna scry some shit. So whatever music fits that situation.
Okay.
But he was gonna wait until other people got back to where he is. So I don't know how long it's gonna take people to stop investigating for secret passages and looking for loot and shit and head back.
I'll try. I guess I'll try my best to meet with everybody else.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just want to go find Nace, make sure he's okay. Or did we get him already?
Nace is waiting for you on the first floor. And Aiden is in like the room adjacent to where Nace is.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll just go ahead and drop everyone back on the first level because I think we're all done with the second level right now.
I mean, I'm gonna go visit Aiden in the scrying room now.
Well, Vulcan isn't here. Vulcan is elsewhere. You know, I'll leave him in the same room just because he wanted to see what's going on. But yeah, so Nace is in the room next to the thing with Cybus. Anyone who wants to go to where Nace is can head up to the north to find that area. Anyone who wants to stay in this room scrying with Aiden can stay here.
I think I would have already moved past at this point.
Okay.
I just don't know where the statue that would take me back to the shark room would be.
No, we're skipping past the shark room and all that. We're back on the first floor.
Yeah, I want to go back and save my risen friend.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Marius was his name.
Marius.
Yeah, you gave him legs, so he's able to walk around on his own now.
Alright.
But yeah, he's happy enough to accompany you. He'll probably pick up a long sword from one of the various dead Grey Maidens at some point. Be like, oh, this seems suitable enough. And he kind of sheathes it in like a hip bone that's kind of rotted out a little bit, but works as a sheath for the same purpose.
Remember, the goblin, and the one with the metal arm, don't point anything at them. They're jumpy about us.
For what? I don't even have fucking muscles on half of my body. Won't they be?
They're racist. We just gotta deal with it.
Honestly. Okay, well, thanks for warning me. At least I can try to not be undead. I don't know what they want.
Oh, we'll be fine. Though, I kind of want an extra bodyguard. I'm gonna look around for pretty sizable corp.
Okay. Yeah, plenty of dead Grey Maidens, plenty of dead cultists. If you're looking for like beefy physical combatant, then you're not gonna find anyone better than Grey Maidens. So I assume that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and roll real quick something for me here.
'Cause
Okay.
I know what you said, that you're not going to throw anything at us, but Sivas doesn't know.
But you don't know that. That's
Right.
totally legit. Hang on. Wait, what do we listen to now?
God of War, I think?
Anyway, sorry to sound familiar as well. Yeah, you find a Grey Maiden, kind of reach down, open the channel essentially to the ethereal plane, and let a single soul kind of slip through the planes to inhabit this corpse, for a time at least. And the Grey Maiden's eyes kind of open in a weirdly unnatural way, like one and then the other, and then like unfocus, like kind of before figuring out how they work. Oh, okay. Ow!
Sorry,
what-
friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. You needed a hand?
Yeah, I'm not doing too good right now.
Oh, that does look pretty rough. It's and she holds it a hand. Nice to meet you. My name is Letra.
Let her up. Him up.
Letra.
Letra.
Yes. But honestly, I was expecting there to be some fighting going on. I was a little bit excited, but oh, I've got a sword. And she kind of like looks down at like her Grey Maiden equipment. Oh, these are this. Oh, she did not die well. Such is the way of things, I guess. But absolutely, you can count on me. Yes, I will be fucking naming everyone you fucking raised this way.
Yeah, writing the names down.
But Letra and Marius are now kind of like alongside you, like, all right, let's go do Gray's worst nightmare has come to fruition.
Same with me.
What was my friend's name? Mess? M something.
You talking about Nace?
Nace, not Nace.
The undead.
Yeah, the arisen
Marius?
area.
But yeah, Marius isn't he's like you, an arisen.
Sure, the same morning.
Yeah, the three of you have kind of a heart to heart, you know, like for a second of just like, yeah, I mean, yeah. How did you get down here? Oh, I kind of woke up down here. Oh, I came down to your adventure, you know, just heard about these shard things. Oh, that's, you know, there's
Right.
like a catching up essentially, kind of like meeting up with, I don't know.
Trying to catch up on the telephone game as well.
Yeah, like coworkers essentially. You get the sense from between Marius and Letra that you know things are okay. Letra has been called to more than a few battles. The way that the friendship essentially works is they kind of have souls that specialize in combat. That Bread has made a system by which willing participants can volunteer to be raised by people such as Sivas to aid in whatever combat. So she's been on more than a few sorties in any number of forms. She hasn't always gotten humanoid. So she's just happy to have 4 limbs essentially. But
This might be in a walk in the park, but yeah, I'm just hurt really bad and just want to make sure I get back to the city.
Yep, she's more than willing to do that. You know, it's a bit of a cakewalk, but anything to help the cause. But you get the sense that she's seen a lot of combat recently. There have been a few battles that didn't go as well. You get the sense that although the friendship is doing great work, you know, not always doesn't always feel great. You know, sometimes these assignments can be a little bit of like, you know, kind of like, oh, you're gonna sign up for the army. You know, you're gonna protect democracy, and then you're in combat, and you're like, this is kind of PTSD inducing. So she's handling it well, but you get the sense that it's like, oh shit, that's tough life, and there's some respect between you for that same reason. But yeah, so the 3 of you are gonna all talk to Nace, and we're gonna use that natural 20 persuasion for your conversation of just like, hey, I know the party rescued you, but I wanted to see if you were doing all right.
Yeah. I imagine when Tintoria comes around the corner, she just sees two skeletons and a great maiden just talking to us.
Too often adventurers, they save your life, but they don't really think about you afterward, and that's not cool of them. It's up to people like you. You don't just say, "Are you okay?" You say like, "Hey, will you be okay?"
I'm actually going to cook this guy. Natural 19.
Jesus. Fucking wine and dining. Meanwhile, in the serious room, for serious things happen. So all of you guys still in the scrying room are gonna be part of this whole scrying thing? Or are you guys gonna dip?
I would request that you leave the room for the moment.
Why?
Because you know how this works.
Because I know how this works, and well, just remind me quick. Earlier, when all of you were fighting things that the rest of us couldn't see, you were facing your worst fears, were you not?
Fair enough. I'm gonna get the hell over to here.
I'm gonna stand
I know this area
where
is safe.
Aiden stood last time because he was fine when I was running it.
If the sounds of combat end, or you see me fall, if you can still see me, then I would ask you intervene.
What?
Are you gonna fail it on purpose?
Well, I'm gonna first try and use it for scrying purposes and see if I can learn some stuff, and then for my third use, I'm gonna fail it on purpose.
Interesting. Okay. So you're gonna go ahead and perform the scrying ritual?
Yep.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw with advantage because you know how it works. 23 is more than enough. What are you scrying on?
First seeing if I can scry into the dead, and trying to scry my family or my tribe, basically. Of
Nope.
no work.
Death is a pretty hard barrier unless you're Cybus.
All right. Second, going to attempt to scry my next target that I have. See if I can't learn something about them.
You do actually. You have a sense, and we're just gonna not retcon, but we're going to assume that you have a sense of who your next target is even before you started the scrying spell. But that's just a sense of like generally where and generally what, and you can use that as the focus for this more detailed examination. You had a sense before that your next target is far away. Somewhere.
Okay.
For
Weird noises.
stranger.
No. Don't bring it back. Why'd you bring it back? No.
Yes.
Stop it. Anyway. You get the sense, I don't want to give directions because I'm probably going to get it wrong, but about, a couple weeks travel far away. Same continent, at the very least. You're not going to have to travel across the water. At least not across the ocean. But a city you're not familiar with seems pretty scrappy. Like, I don't want to say slums, but weirdly put together. It's not a traditional city. A lot of very weird residents. All the people you see on the street in your scrying spell, as it begins to zoom in, aren't human necessarily. You get a lot of dwarves, a lot of half orcs, but no, not humans like you normally do. And as your scrying spell zooms in closer, you kind of zoom in to what looks like a tinker's laboratory, where there is tinker. Looks like a gnome. Putting together what seems to be some sort of winged dragon, like a cat-sized clockwork dragon. And as he kind of puts the finishing touches on it, you see him tighten a bolt. You see the dragon kind of roar this tiny, but pretty intense-looking blue flame before it zooms back out. You know approximately where this guy is. I don't want to. Would you have a name, or would you just have a general idea?
general idea, probably not a name.
Then yeah, that's as much as you get. But you do know, even if you don't know the name of the city, the sense you know the direction and the distance means that if someone hands you a map, you'd probably be able to go like, there, it's right.
All right. And for my third use, I'm going to let the spell fail, my save fail, basically.
Okay. I don't know if you can fail it intentionally. That's a rule that's always been a little bit vague.
I mean, I feel like if you were just like, I'm just gonna let the bad thing happen, you could just let the bad thing happen.
Fair enough. All right. So, yeah, you fail it. I'm wondering and again, if we're talking about like worst nightmare in a non like hypothetical metaphorical way. We're talking like a thing that will kill you.
A thing that will kill me that I wouldn't want to fight.
Would it be Liara?
No, fire incarnate.
That's not a person. That's not like I guess it's still a monster, like a fire elemental.
Yes, that's particularly what I was thinking is a fire elemental. Would
All
be
right.
something Aiden would never want to go up against.
Congratulations, sir. Ask and you shall. Why? It's a little bit unnerving that I type in fire to my search by tag or name, and the very next thing that pops up in the autocomplete is "God help us."
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Fire, God help us!
Why? That is really disturbing, actually.
Oh my god.
Just take a picture of that because I feel like that's the kind of thing I'd make shit up, but you can't make that shit up. Why is
That's-
that there?
I like
Anyway.
that. Wait, isn't Google always trying to like research what you've already searched up? So have you
Yeah.
searched that up before?
I don't think I have. That's what's
Google,
worrying.
Google also listens to your conversations. So what have you been saying out loud?
Oh god.
Apparently, fire God help us. Anyway, but yeah, no one else sees this shit. It's just you. But yeah, from this gray flame, you see it flicker into a weird orange color. I mean, not weird. It's fire colored. But the gray flame giving way to a more traditional thing, and as it leaps from the torch, kind of lands on the ground in one giant blob of fire that begins to rise into a humanoid form. Go ahead and roll initiative.
All right, quick question. What do you want to set my DC for my fear saves for?
Good question. What is we'll say DC 15.
All right.
Super ordinary as far as DC, as far as wisdom. You know what? It's a fear effect, and you're an adventurer. 14.
It is also against my worst fear.
Yeah, but
Which
I
is
mean, it's not
why
a
I'm making
spell
it.
effect. It's just PTSD.
You also know it's not
So-
real.
And you know it's not real. So we'll say 14. Yep, beat you out.
Treatment by exposure. That's what Aiden's going for right now.
Yep, so it's going to go ahead and make an attack against you. Makes 2 attacks per round. That's an 11 to hit.
Nope.
That's 23 to hit.
That hits.
For
AC
10
is
fire
6.
damage, and you are ignited. You're now officially on fire.
Great. I'm making save with disadvantage.
Yes, you are. And until you take an action to douse the fire,
Taking
Yeah.
1d10 fire damage. Plus, I
Two-
believe... Don't they have an aura of damage too?
let me check. Fire form, nearest thing, touches. No, it's anything that anyone that touches it or makes a melee attack within 5 feet of it. So if you make a melee attack, it counts. You take damage essentially.
I will be doing that a lot. I am a melee character.
Yeah, Aiden's gonna die. To those watching from the outside, you don't see the fire, you don't see any of this. You do see Aiden probably scream a lot, and probably try to stop, drop, and roll soon. But the burns that he's suffering are real. Even if the
Oh.
fire is imaginary. This is a Matrix kind of your mind makes it real scenario.
Woo! Whoop his ass! Please take one bardic inspiration, sir.
Yeah, it's fine. This fire elemental only has 102 hit points. You can hit. You
Oh
can
my
take it.
god! Huh.
I had an idea of what I was getting myself into. I knew it wasn't going to be easy.
All right. So it's your turn. You're on fire. What are you doing?
Well, starting if I can have a turn first.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage. You make the save.
Basically, every turn I'm going to make a wisdom save to see if I can actually do something that turn.
You're on fire. So you start your turn. You take 1d10. 1. Hasn't set in yet. It's burning through your clothes essentially, but you're not really feeling it yet.
All right,
You know how fire
I'm going to use my bonus action to use my channel divinity to do that.
Okay. Cool.
So I will have advantage against all attacks against this thing.
Cool.
For the next minute.
You can use an action to put yourself out, or you can ignore the fact you're on fire. Your call.
I'm gonna ignore the fact I'm on fire and try and kill
Probably
it
for the best.
as quick as I can, because it will probably set me back on fire the second I hit it.
It's true.
Even if I put it out. Just check. Yeah. Let's do this.
I mean, that hits. Yeah, fire form seems like this stacks a lot. So, creature that touches the yada yada or hits it with a melee attack takes 1d10 fire damage. In addition, the first time a thing enters creature space on the turn, the creature takes 5d10 yada yada. Oh, that's only the first time. Oh, on a turn. So every turn you're gonna take 1d10. Every time you attack it, you're gonna take 1d10, and every turn you're on fire, you're gonna take 1d10.
Okay, so I need another d10 rolled because I started next to it then, and another d10 rolled because I hit it.
Really, just this thing is gonna be
hard,
a bitch to take on in melee.
But I'm also going to drop Divine Smite on it with that hit.
Okay, so give me a total damage at the end of it.
So that is 18 plus 9, 27.
Are you sure?
Ignore the 2, because the 2 is for undead and fiends.
Oh, never
undead
mind.
and fiends. If it moves,
I'm thinking, yeah.
And that's a different thing. That's,
Gotcha.
Another roll that I gotta roll.
Okay, that's some solid damage. Took out a fourth of its hit points in one round.
That's the goal.
Yeah. You guys are watching Iden on fire, swinging at nothing. But you guys know how this works. And you know that it's not fake for him. That means its turn. It's gonna go ahead and make its attack on you. So 2 attacks. Sorry. 10 to hit and a 9 to hit.
Neither of those hit, and I still need the 2d10 for starting in its grasp and hitting it.
Well, only when it's on your turn. So.
But for my last turn. I mean,
well then, hang on. So it's gonna be another 5 damage. Yeah, it's just lashing out with these like gouts of fire that look more like flamethrowers than actual like fists. Kind of over and around you as you just duck and weave and ignore the burning literal pain of you being on fire. Your turn is up, so you're gonna take 1d10 for starting your turn.
1d10.
That's 4 damage.
Fire.
And 4d10 for being on fire.
As I'm kind of seeing this, can I just cast a healing word?
You could if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Actually, you're not in the same room.
No, but I'm like right over.
I assume the door isn't open.
Oh, I thought you said we could see him.
I mean, I assumed that we're talking about these two because they were in the same room and they said they were. If you wanted to be in the same room, you could say that.
I don't trust that room because I almost died there.
You almost died in a lot of places. Anyway, those are all damage you take. It misses them. So go ahead and make your attacks there.
All right, and now I am going to bonus action Hexblade's Curse it. Which I need to edit a thing quick.
I didn't expect there to be any combat today. I thought we were gonna go to Magnamore and shit.
No, I'm. Aiden was like, I have an idea to face my fear, and is trying to conquer his fear.
21 hits. Also, do you make 2 attacks at your level?
I believe I'm 2 levels away from that. I am 3 levels Warlock,
multi-class.
3 levels Paladin.
Ah, explains that. Okay. Okay, so another 14.
That's 24. The thunder is included.
Sorry, math.
Because I am using Booming Blade, but it's not moving, so it's not taking any more. But the attack does extra thunder.
All right. Yeah. You just
Uh,
chop through it again. Your magic blade essentially severing it entirely in half before it reforms. Slower this time than the first time.
and I will drop another smite into it for another
Um,
10. Actually, 13. That should be 13 because plus 3 from Hexblade's Curse.
What's up?
Is it okay if I throw my canteen in there?
What? Just a canteen of water at it?
Yeah, just throw my canteen at item.
I mean, like, that's kind of because it's not like it's like a water balloon. It's just gonna hit him and
I
get him
know.
a little bit wet.
Oh,
know.
just so he could use it, if anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
And that's a D10 I rolled for myself to take damage. So
Okay. And you start your turn in it. So
well, you already rolled that one. That was for me attacking it.
never mind then. Ignore what I just rolled. So
Basically,
it's
just
gonna
at the
make
start of my turn, roll 3d10.
right. So it's gonna make its 2 attacks. Jeez, it's not rolling very well, but that's 23 to hit.
That 23 will hit.
And there are 11 fire damage. That's its turn. So we're back to you. So we're gonna roll 3d10. Yeah, the luck is not with you on the start of this turn.
I forgot to roll wisdom save last turn, but I'm gonna do it this turn.
Please do.
Shit.
Yeah,
You have a bardic inspiration, sir.
you have Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. What is it? A D6?
Believe so.
A D8.
That will make it.
That'll do it.
Actually, mine's a D6, but you know, whatever.
You begin to lose your chill. You're fucking. It's hot and everything hurts, and you're flashing back real hard. And part of you like just wait a minute. I'm fucking heroic now. Adventure and shit. You know, that voice in the back of your head that's like, no, wait. I can be better. So your go. I mean, I hope you end it in this round because
If I don't, I'm done. I know I'm done. Bonus actioning Hunter's marking it. And going for my last greatsword swing.
oh no.
That's a 23, not a 10. I'd still have advantage.
Advantage. Thank you for reminding me.
So that, and one last Hellish Rebuke with plus, or sorry, not Hellish Rebuke, Cure Wounds. Blah! Smite. I'm saying all the wrong words. With plus 3 to the 11.
For a
Not
grand
taking
total of 37, 39.
41.
It had 38 hit points left.
Oh!
Good shit, yo.
Yeah. You just chop it clean in half and just empty everything you have magic-wise into it. You guys see, even though you can't see the fire, the sword is very real. And as soon as it passes through the area where there should be an enemy that he's fighting, you see a weird flash of energy. Essentially, like you just kind of cut through like a flash bulb, essentially. And a weird after image that shouldn't be there. You know, like almost like a visual glitch. Before Aiden is just like 2 hit points away from dead, like
One hit point away from dead. And guess what? I'm still on fire, and I don't have an action until I burn
Strictly
again.
speaking, you're not.
Oh, the fire immediately goes out?
The fire was never strictly speaking there. It was the
Oh.
idea of being on fire.
Schrodinger's cat, but not really.
As soon as you killed it, the effect ends. Congratulations, sir. You just killed a fire elemental by yourself in 3 rounds.
Aiden is on one knee, like panting and like, I did it.
I'm gonna walk up to him and pat him on the back and say, "Good job." Then I cast Cure Wounds.
Don't pat me. Everything hurts.
At a first level, because...
Damn, you ended that shit.
Basically, what I'm gonna translate this into for myself is I will now, when I roll with disadvantage on my wisdom saves for fire, I will roll flat. When I would roll normal, I will roll advantage now.
Cool. I was gonna ask you who ends up because it's not protected yet, but one of you guys is gonna have to get the Shard of Lust. But I've already worked out what it does essentially.
Centauri already has.
I mean, but it's not shielded. Wait, yeah, it's not shielded yet.
So
It's not shielded yet. She has it though.
Okay. But yeah, just wondering because spoilers.
Alright.
I'll let you guys know now that whoever has it's gonna get wisdom saving or advantage on wisdom saving throws related to enchantment magic. So similar.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready to leave now.
Let's get out of here.
Hang on a second.
Except we can't leave that way.
I've got Nace.
Nace doesn't have a way of getting rid of the wall either. He was bluffing when he said he had a way of getting you through it.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that I have.
Actually, Cybus has an ace. Cybus is the one who's been rolling like natural 20s cooking him food and shit.
Not like I won't prevent you from talking to him.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying that if we're talking about like, you know, like, oh, I've got Nace. Nace is already like, yeah, me and Cybus, man, we're best buds now. Yeah, you're cool too, I guess.
Yeah, I'll see Tintori walking up, and I'll offer her some of what Nath.
Nace is better than when you last left him. By the way, he was kind of a broken person when you left him here to sit on and think about his actions. Essentially, when during this conversation, and as you guys are kind of walking back, Nace is gonna again spell sword, gonna look through some of his old equipment and go, you know, this whole thing has been kind of an eye opener, I think, for me. Here, and he's gonna hand Cybus his cool. It's thinner than a longsword, but it's thicker than a rapier. It's kind of like a weird in between. Think like a sturdier kind of fencing blade.
S-Stock.
Is it? I don't know my swords well enough.
Is that an
It's an
actual
S-Stock.
thing?
I know S-stocks are a
S-Stock,
thing.
S-Stock.
I know S-stocks are a thing, but I don't know.
I use them in Dark Souls so much.
There's that. But it's a bit longer than an S-stock, I think. S-stocks are kind of short, aren't they? Unless I'm wrong.
Nope.
S-stocks are longer than rapiers.
Never mind. But yeah, so he'll hand you his S-stock. This is a non-magical +1 S-stock.
Beat me to it.
But it's still considered a fast weapon. 1d8 one-handed.
Does it
Do you have
count as a
proficiency?
monk weapon?
Do you have proficiency in
Probably.
martial weapons?
Marshall, no.
Oh, well, he doesn't know that. He just thinks, you know, oh hey. He doesn't know you.
I'll regard it, and I'll gracefully take it.
I think I'm done adventuring for a little while. You know, I made plenty of gold working as an adventurer. You know, I don't. Come back to it later. Got more important things to worry about.
Thin ass sword.
Well,
Maybe he's compensating for something.
You know, I kind of was. Not the dick. That's fine. Other things in my life.
Oh.
oh,
I think your dick's pretty alright.
It's okay.
What? You've seen it?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Probably is.
Nothing. He's having that moment of like self-reflection of like I was compensating for other things. I wasn't happy with my life. I was looking
oh
for
my
something.
God.
I was looking for something else.
How about you go find yourself
Fuck.
find
Well-
somebody and just settle down or something.
They fucking used S-Tox to hunt boars, bears, and stag from horseback.
Fuck yeah.
What the shit?
It's a lance
People-
for a more sophisticated man.
People in
No,
Yolda
it's a
times.
lance for someone who wants to be really fucking close to the thing they're killing to
how
prove
do
that
you
I got
spell that?
balls.
ESTOC.
There's a link posted in both.
There's also that.
Yeah.
People
I'm just
back
like,
then were
Let-
before the
let's
internet.
look at this Wikipedia. What the shit? They hunted bears with these?
Before the internet, people did some crazy shit as hobbies.
Before the internet.
Okay, fair point. Different weird shit. But yeah, we'll go ahead and fast forward to you guys eventually getting out of this place with Nace,
And friends.
and friends, and sideways. Let's go ahead and get back to fucking Bogwood Village, where Magitech Source has just superhero landed in the midst of the village. Now that you have your mic and shit working.
Hello, my children.
Complete silence. I don't think you heard it earlier, but are Aiden's clothes? I don't think Aiden's clothes are singed. I think it's just your
Well-
flesh.
Everyone else did see me getting burnt.
Yes, but only your flesh.
Really?
Because your clothes aren't.
But then no one would see my flesh because my flesh is like pretty
100% covered?
That's that had been his thing.
Oh, I thought like your hands
Weren't
and
most
shit
your
were okay.
wait,
Okay,
weren't
no,
most of you
fine.
burned from something that happened a while ago? Or did you replace all your clothes already?
So he's extra crispy now.
Well, no, my clothes were
Well
melted
done.
by a slime, but I would have replaced them.
Right.
But
Crispy's like
I
Rice
was, but I didn't, as he had told you before, had
Just
burned
like
in
your-
a steak.
I thought it was just like your face and like other like major parts. I didn't know it was like literally every inch of skin.
The face is about the only thing that was spared.
No, I
Oh,
thought you meant like I thought
see.
I meant insofar as like areas that you would like covered to be like secretive. I
Oh.
thought it was just your face.
Can you
covered
give me like
to be
a
secretive.
temp token I could have access to just for any sort of friend I have with?
Could do, but I mean we're not in combat, so it doesn't seem terribly important right
Fair
now.
enough. You know what? I'll have 2 side.
Look
Oh,
at the
no.
things it discussed.
The
But which
Bogwood?
one's the real one? Anyway, of course my roommate's dog has chosen now to start barking his ass off. But yes, people are here. It's amazing. Meanwhile, back at Bogwood Village, silence because none of them know how to respond to gun. It's I was saying before that there's just none of them know what to do with this because any of them feel like if they talk they'll be like struck down. But this stalemate goes on for as long as you allow it to, of just like no one knows what to do, including Pibbs and Kip, who are just petrified at the idea that they're like being piggyback ride held.
Well, I'm
My
gonna set them
God.
down now. I'm gonna set them down.
They kind of like run over to like everyone else and then assume the same position because being on your side of this seems sacrilegious. So yeah, they'll run over and assume the prostrate position.
Rise, children of Bogwood.
They do no such thing.
Well, I'm
Religious
God.
folk.
They do what I tell them.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're God. They think that it's like some weird shit. If
It is
God showed up
okay.
at like a Roman Catholic place and said rise, you think they'd fucking rise? No.
Yes,
They're way too humble for that.
I think that's exactly what they do.
Then they'd have to look at him and shit. They didn't do that. Anyway.
I'm going to say to them, Pibbs and Kip are truly brave, and I am very proud of you all for the test that you have passed. I must now return. My physical form cannot stay here for long, but I am going to return the body of my herald. You will listen to his words, and you will follow them as law, for it is my words and my law.
Fuck you, sad man.
Oh my god.
Know
Oh boy.
that I am proud of every single one of you. The Bogwood are blessed, and I will do a prestidigitation to make sparkles over the whole crowd.
Roll performance with advantage.
Sure.
Because as well as you've planned this, you still have to fucking roll for it. Because it needs to have a chance of failure. You're a robot. You can't fake this. You can't fake things this well.
Can I use my inspiration on this?
I mean, yeah,
You took his inspiration away because
I did, because you made a really bad joke.
This is a time for it.
I'd say you already had advantage, and besides,
showing
an
us?
11 isn't too hard. Like 11 would fool them given the situation. It's on a natural one is the point. You did literally average. So yeah, they accept your words.
We did it.
They're not
He
floored by
actually
it, but
erased
they're
the
like,
blood plague from our
you know,
town.
well, I guess they are
So
floored
it's
by it.
yes.
But again, they don't have a reaction because what do you say to God? Thanks? Like,
I'm going to cast light to make my whole form light up, and as I do so, I'm going to shift back into Vulcan.
I should probably take a break before I fall over.
I think at this point,
Hello.
probably the chieftain will look up and just like almost in that is she gone kind of way of like, is it over? Look up. They'll slowly kind of go back to a semblance of like normal standing position, and chieftain will walk up to Pips and Kip, who kind of turn around when she taps on the shoulder and go, "The lady has given you her blessing and her thanks. You have done well and served Bogwood Village admirably. These are yours." And she kind of like rustles around like her in her what we'll charitably call a fanny pack, made out of essentially like leather, but like not well maintained or cured leather. Basically, just like a animal like intestine that she put in a string. But yeah, gets out a couple of what seem to be like shiny rocks that are vaguely like the same size and shape ish. Like if you like went down to like the seaside and like just tried to find some shells that look similar. Pips and Kip, however, are
You holding up okay?
mind blown again that they are given this highest of honors. Pibs, or at least you think it's Pibs. They're really hard to tell apart. One of them, kind of, this honor has not been bestowed upon a kobold in generation. You have earned it this day. Shit spears be with you.
Should
One of
spears
them-
be with you.
One of them tearfully, and also with you. What happened today? Anyway, vodka. Thank you, vodka. You're making all this better.
Shit spears with you. That's our new catchphrase.
The Bogwood have been blessed.
And now, instead of kill it with fire, we say stab it with shit spears.
Never see it coming.
I asked the Bogwood a question now.
They're at attention.
The lady has given you an order. Will you follow me to a new dawn?
You're adamant about this. But given the situation, Chieftain will say, "You speak of moving our home away from the lady. Even if you do speak for the lady, where would you have us move? Without her blessing, who are Bogwood? Without her, go for it."
The Bogwood will always be the Bogwood. The lady is with you now. Always with you. Though she may not physically be here, her spirit will always be. It is not safe here, as you have said. You are surrounded on all sides by enemies. We set sail and go to new lands. Safer places for you to grow and learn. Become strong like the lady.
Explore a new life and new civilizations?
Yes.
Sorry. How big is the boat you came here on, by the way?
It's a ship. Like, it's a decent-sized ship.
Not really.
Look, how big is it?
There's like 50 kobolds in this fucking village.
Right, and how big is the ship? Kobolds are tiny.
They're it's
It
was big enough-
wasn't the biggest ship. Like, it was like three
It
people
was-
running it.
it was big enough to carry all of you.
Then this is going to be a really fun trip.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I love it though.
Oh, your collective gods.
Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare.
I
But
hope you know this is your
it's.
own fault, by the way, Sandman.
I was like, I
Does
don't know
it
which
sound
one of
like
us
I
you're
give a
talking
fuck?
to. I mean,
No.
is it Sandman's fault? No, it's my fault. This is entirely my fault.
You
Actually,
gave
yeah,
him too
kinda-
much power.
Come, Bogwood. We march now into a new dawn for the glory of the lady. I'm gonna turn and
The-
start marching the
chieftain,
kobolds.
The chieftain will turn to the rest of the kobolds in Bogwoodville. Let's make this as epic as it could possibly be for shit spears. But
They're gonna be bringing all their things too, like food, everything.
Shiny Metal Man has given us many gifts, kobolds. 2 gifts. 2 gifts more than one. Many gifts. Still apply. Shiny Metal Man, speak for the lady. And lady speak for all kobolds. And if Shiny Metal Man says lady says we must find new home, then new home we shall find. For the lady shall guide us. And if it is true the lady is with us at all times, in our hearts, in our homes, and in our shit spears, then truly, no sea cannot be crossed. No land cannot be traversed. Wait. Can be. Yes. Yes! We.
Yes!
We. had to think of that sentence. We kobolds will journey to these new places. We shall conquer them and we shall thrive. We shall stab what needs stabbing. We shall raise what needs raising. We shall praise what needs praising. Let us go, kobolds. Follow Shiny Metal Man.
I thought today was gonna be a shopping
Right?
session.
Right?
Praise the sun.
I just
Everyone else had other plans.
And yeah, within a couple of minutes, like half an hour maybe, they have packed up all of their shit to. They don't own a lot of things, but it's got that kind of almost somber Trail of Tears-esque. Yes, let's reference the fucking name Trail of Tears.
Oh god.
You started this. This is a forced march. They don't want to leave.
This is not a genocide.
Okay, it's not, but all the same. But
It was pretty close.
It turned out to be. But let's see how this goes. We don't know how this is gonna go yet.
Bogwood, come to me. And I'm gonna kneel down and say, whatever is non-essential, I will return to you later. Please, feed me it. And I'm gonna open my mouth, unhinge my jaw, and open the bag of holding.
Why do I do these things? Yeah. Vulcan and a contingent of approximately somewhere between 40 to 60 kobolds are now marching for the shoreline. As you guys all, I think, leave the first floor of the dungeon. Is there any reason you guys would still be in the Ladies' Light, or are you all leaving?
I'm done. Let's get out of here.
I would ask if anybody found anything useful.
Not in the first floor. You guys would have looted it pretty severely by now. I will say, Cybus, in generations, it has happened before. A generation in Kobold time is about 7 months.
Well.
How fast did they reproduce?
I don't know. It's fast.
They're like rabbits.
Not to reference Critical Role, but
11 days!
anyway. But yeah, as you guys get back to the surface, climb up the rope through the weird anti-magic or the weird anti-gravity field, essentially. It's bizarre because the fact that it's like cast in like a featherfall type situations means it's like if you were just suddenly super strong and you're able to just like effortlessly get up this rope, like your PE teacher always knew you could. But eventually, yeah, you get to the top just in time to see Vulcan again with his contingent, his tiny marching army. Shit spears at the ready as they go towards the coast, where there is a cliff that's 400 feet, by the way.
By the way, I forgot to respond earlier because I was looking back at my notes. Yes, I found a +1 breastplate for anyone.
Vulcan, are you going down the big old cliff, or are you trying to go around like the long way or something like that? How are you getting down? Oh wait, shit, no, you jumped down. So yeah, sorry, I was thinking backwards. So you guys coming out of the Ladies' Light can probably see like looking out in this direction, that yeah, he's just marching for the boat, coming from that way.
Holy shit.
Either he's being slowly chased by an army of kobold.
Or he literally got another kobolds. I'm proud of him. Not really, though. But in a way I am.
Hope we can all fit on the boat.
The boat is not very big.
This is gonna be an amazing trip.
Try to stuff some kobolds in your mouth, Vulcan.
Also, let's not forget.
Just...
You guys had to pull some fucking tricks and a few fucking great rolls from Jack to get over the reefs and show all the dangerous areas to shortcut to this area. How are you going to get out?
So exactly how big is the boat?
That's a good question.
It's clearly big enough for about 10 human-sized people and a Vulcan, which is about 2 or 3 people. So how big?
Honestly, I pegged it as being kind of what's the term I'm looking for here? I mean, I guess you're right. I guess it would hold enough kobolds because it needs to hold you, and you're basically fucking cargo.
Yeah, and more cargo than me because it needed food and water.
Well, that's not as important, but it was only like a 1-day trip.
Right, so we can manage to make it back.
I mean, it's cramped. It's cramped to say the absolute least. Not to mention that the Captain Braun is going to kind of look over the bow and then just immediately start lifting anchor. Like, nope, done. Dunsies gone. And I assume you have to do something to stop him because he's just going to be like...
I'll fire a shot across the bow.
That'll be enough. We'll see over the side. What? You're getting fucking chased slowly!
They are coming with us.
What the fuck are you bringing kobolds on my ship for?
It's time they found a new home.
What? Then they can. It's in that direction. He's gonna point back to land.
No, it's in the direction of Magnamar.
Kobold, 50 kobolds.
Approximately.
You guys can probably hear this. You're only 400 feet up. It sound carries.
Wait, do the kobolds have any eggs that they're transporting?
No. I don't know. I don't know.
Eggs or give live birth? I
don't know. I don't know.
Reptiles. I would think they'll lay eggs.
I don't want to know.
It's eggs.
We'll save for the convenience of it that they do not, because I don't want to think about it.
Oh.
It's totally eggs.
It's eggs.
There are a few baby kobolds.
Yes.
Invariably, one of them's going to be on the ship. Maybe more than one. Maybe a lot of them.
Most of them.
Sebas is going to want to get to the boat with his friend before the kobolds do.
I'm going to start ushering everybody onto the boat.
Anyone who really wants to get to the boat before Vulcan and company can or does is more than able to, because you're just like literally jump off this cliff and featherfall or slide down the rope, whereas Vulcan's got a whole like 500 foot trek across the sand.
I would just if I ran and then jumped and then activated featherfall, do you think I could?
Yeah, pretty reasonably. We're gonna do this. We're using this trick a lot. Go ahead and make make an acrobatics check for me. See how close you get to the boat.
I'm trying to aim onto the boat, if that makes a difference.
I figured.
How many can you get with that one featherfall?
10. You land in the water near the boat to the point where you can easily swim over to it. So you didn't land on the boat like a badass, but you didn't drown either. You're just like, oh, you need practice on that.
How many can you get with one cast of featherfall?
I think up to 6. I could be wrong.
Can I have some of that, Greg?
Yeah, I would have just hit everyone with it, I guess.
Nah, ain't about that life. Swan dive.
Fucking wings.
Gonna jump off the cliff.
Sebas and party would climb down.
Rustic Grade doesn't give it to you.
Oh shit!
No, not actually, not actually.
Sivas wouldn't
Ultimate
trust you.
betrayal.
Sivas wouldn't trust you to cast Featherfall unless he would just climb.
I mean, that's probably safe.
It's climbing down too.
After he jumps.
Letra's gonna be like, actually, if that's all the bodyguarding you needed, it's just that boat looks awfully cramped, and I'll be heading back to Haruka by the end of this. So
I mean, if you're gonna be heading back to Haruka, can you just, I guess, jump the body off the boat? But I really don't trust the situation. There's so many kobolds. There's gray.
oh, I mean, if you still need my
I'm at
services,
7
then-
HP.
I mean, I'm more than willing to give you a hand. It's just I wasn't sure if you still needed me. Absolutely. With you to the end. So yeah, she was kind of like, oh, I guess that's it for me. But yeah, she'll stick with you until the spell wears off, essentially. So
How long does the spell wear off?
until he takes a long rest. So we're playing by bread rules here.
Has everybody caught up to me now?
Yeah, we'll say you all get to the boat. They all make it before you do, but
Notably, I fly back to take our rope down.
yep. We'll just assume you have enough rope. We always assume you have enough
Okay.
rope. You have hypothetically infinite rope.
You should just give us an
So
item,
it's not
a
the
magic
double
item of
rope.
infinite rope, and call it good.
What I really ought to do is I ought to
400
make
square or
I-
length.
I ought to just make a drinking game out of playing D&D. Is the thing. Just take a shot every time rope is meant.
Nope.
Take a shot every time Vulcan does anything.
Take a shot every time a sexual innuendo is made.
Now that we've left the Dungeon of Lust,
You really think it's gonna stop there?
it'll stop being fun.
Hello there.
Mm-hmm.
Situationally fun. Hello, friends.
Braun is not happy. Braun is
Ten
low-key furious.
Hey.
No one cares because you're not making your way out of here without me. Ha ha!
I'm gonna give him 10 gold.
Oh no, that's great. You can steer the fucking wanton way out of this area with fucking 50 kobolds weighing the fucker down. Absolutely, have fun. We're all gonna drown, except for me. I know how to swim.
How deep is the water here?
Deep.
Well, what's
It's
deep?
the ocean.
It's the ocean, but we're at the shallows.
Yeah, but you're still each one of these squares is like 120 feet. You're still far enough away from the shoreline that sandbar or no, you would be like 100 feet deep, maybe.
So the main concern for this area is these points, right?
Yes. Mostly it's that even at points that aren't above the waterline, you can assume that there are, things that are just below the waterline that would wreck your ship.
And our main concern is it's reefs that are fucking us up.
Yes.
Okay, how far is the closest batch of reef to get out of here?
Well, last time you kind of aimed for a spot that seemed like it was a pretty low density area, and I think you used control water and you shifted your weight along with some exceptional rules from Jack to get the boat over. So, was it control water? I feel like that was used.
Control water was definitely used. Okay.
Is it control water or shape water?
I don't I have
who's,
shape water.
Shape water is a cantrip versus control water being like a fifth, like a
Yeah,
pretty
I
high
think it was
spell.
Who has
control
that?
water because cantrips aren't powerful enough to affect this boat.
But who has that?
I don't think it was control water because that's
It
like a
wasn't.
third level spell.
Yeah, never mind then.
What was the former captain's name?
Braun. Braun Laynard.
Hey, Braun,
But
quick
actually-
question for you.
And the ship is
Don't
called the
suppose you
Wanton
got
Way.
Any whale blubber or anything like that?
I mean, occasionally for winter gear, might have some in the storage. Why?
Just give me a good handful. I got an idea. Insurance.
You gonna grease the ship
Something like that.
Tentoria, shape water could actually be helpful if you used it properly. Use it to make 3 5-foot cubes of ice that would simultaneously increase the buoyancy of the ship and act as padding in case we actually ran into something.
No, we're Legend of Zelding this shit, huh?
Okay. I'm down.
I mean, in short, don't worry about it. I got an ace.
Vulcan also has an ace.
Is it the coin? Because I don't think the coin knows.
Nope. Just tell me when we're 100 feet out.
So I suppose I get some whale blubber.
I mean, this is one of those things where you're gonna use augury, but I don't fucking know if augury works because I don't know who you're gonna roll.
What the hell is augury?
Augury is something that lets you see the future, essentially.
Dive-Ass is using it.
No, that's not fun.
Okay, but yeah, you have some blubber.
Cool, I pocket it. Maybe take a nibble. Anyway,
Dive-Ass,
we ready to set sail?
this is for you.
The lady will guide us to calm waters.
A little bit better.
Set sail, catbird. Set sail, catbird man.
Sure.
Go for it.
Great. Play me a tune.
Please don't play him a tune.
I
The
won't.
fire and the flames.
No.
Bardic.
Shanties! Pull up a shanty, damn it!
He is absolutely 100% asking for a black flag shanty. I know he is,
Drunken whaler.
Yeah.
and I refuse to accept it.
No. Alright, give him. Wait, we have a whole bunch of kobolds. Kobolds would sing in a foreign language. Pull up one of the shanties that are in Greek from the new one, the new Assassin's Creed.
And I don't know if I made that blatant enough. I'm asking for inspiration, Gray.
Yeah, I said I gave it to you.
Okay.
I don't know what you're doing with this goddamn blubber.
One more. Also,
Let's
it's a
sail
D8.
out of here.
Just
Okay. We already.
Yes!
I'm using my daggers and I'm kind of like conducting the kobold.
Oh god.
Ready,
It's
right.
beautiful. It's marvelous.
Survival?
I believe we rolled that last time, right? But with proficiency, if it's not proficiency.
It is proficient.
Then yes, roll that.
17.
Yeah.
If I recall. Or what's up?
Yeah. So you shove off essentially. The ship is sluggish in the water, as the weight of 50 additional kobolds has essentially just made every action kind of harder to pull off. You do get through the first part of this okay. You're making progress through the reefs. You're not hitting anything just yet. You're gonna have to make 2 more checks. But you're getting the sense it's gonna be rougher going ahead. So if you have any tricks to pull, now's probably a good time to get started on them.
Not just. 25.
25. Getting a sense for the increased weight, and using the same tricks you learned from last time with Vulcan shifting his weight, and a few cantrips if anyone has them.
Now 50 kobolds shifting.
Even conducting the kobolds to be kind of helping out with Vulcan, okay, well this ship is being pretty sluggish. You pull a speed where it's everyone to the left side of the boat, everyone to the right side of the boat.
Are we 100 feet out from the shoals yet?
We'll say that you guys have gotten more than halfway through, but you still need to make one more roll essentially. But you're sailing by. You are expertly charting your way through this, keeping from memory the exact same route you went through safely the first time. Can I get one more roll?
Jax, tell me where you're aiming.
Okay, so here's where I burn everything through. You said it was 1D.
Okay, again, Vulcan's been saying it. Tell me when we're 100 feet out from where we need to be.
I mean, I figure at this point we're about 100 feet out.
Yeah,
so in total that's going to be, a 19.
Yeah, I'd say that's a 19. For the last check, it was going to be a little bit harder. What trick did you have, Volk?
Vulcan's gonna see where he's aiming, use his 3 charges, and cast Fireball and blow up the reef.
I made the DC 20. We'll say that with all of the guidance, with the inspiration, and with him clearing the way, that yeah, there's you're weaving your way through. You're getting some intuition. You're getting almost like a spidey sense, with this skeletal hand on your shoulder. And as you're just like at the last second seeing a section of reef that you just managed to miss, Vulcan just kind of leans over the side and then just like Calibretto levels a cannon at it and just the shockwave of it shifting the entire boat just a little bit off in that direction. Less blasting the reef and more just splashing a giant impact enough that it rocks the boat. And with that, you guys are now in open water. All of the kobolds clap the like polite golf clap at the impressive cannonball. Like, we don't know what that was about, but cool.
These kobolds sing amazingly.
Braun
Also,
is just Braun is just like sitting there, furious that he's not dead.
Also, I did want to ask about that. How are the kobolds singing right now? Like, is there a role for that, or just like they're doing
I mean, they're just singing; it's flavor. But
nice?
they don't. They're not good singers. They're not terrible, but their songs are pretty monotonous. They don't. They have a communal song that they all know, which is what they're singing, but like it's not pretty. It's like hot cross buns level of complex. So
Aw.
what we're listening to is not a good representation of kobold music, because the height of their culture is still shit spears.
Fair point. So yeah, a little disappointed I didn't have to pull out my ace, but also that just means I can save it for an even more disgusting time.
What was your ace though?
I have whale DNA and a polyjuice potion.
Oh my god, you sick bastard!
Jesus, that would be pretty fun. Though.
Oh no, the ship's going down! Haha, I'm a new ship.
Oh god.
On aboard, Captain Jack.
The Lady Vengeance.
Oh god.
But yeah,
Oh, yes.
you guys are now in open water and heavy with a new cargo of cobalt. You sail for Magnamar, which is going to be an entire day. During which you begin to learn that hot cross buns, sung over and over and over and over and over, is maddening, and you can't make them stop.
I'm going to yell at them. Stop! Fucking stop!
Because they'll stop, then like
In Inferno.
and then like 40 minutes later, one of them is just gonna just hum it, then they'll start back up again. You can't. It's like someone who's like nervously tapping their foot. You know, just they're not thinking about it. Just
I'll sing along with them.
I, for one, enjoy this. I'll sing along.
I'm gonna hiss and just don't hate and don't sing along.
I'm glad the
Jax,
kobolds.
please be nice.
I'm glad the kobolds distracted them away from my friends.
I have
It's-
noticed.
it's true. Your two friends. Marius is he's not an adventurer. He doesn't live that lifestyle yet. Or if he does, then he's not at the very least. He doesn't look it. But he seems comfortable in the water. And he's kind of just taking in the view, kind of running a skeletal hand through the water as it passes through. For her part, Letra is kind of just sitting there, polishing her new sword and shield in case it's ever needed. But Nace is actually striking up a conversation with you guys, like, so like, what's it like being undead? You know, like, there's like a whole like back and forth of like does that hurt? Like that, and you like post like a section of liver that's like exposed and kind of pulsating occasionally. It's like, well, no, you know, you.
This is
feel
something you have to
pain.
worry about like immediately.
You know, you feel pain more as like an unpleasantness and less as a, you know, horrible sensation. It's just kind of a, you know, like a pressure essentially, like, oh geez, you know, someone's sitting on my hand. Not painful, just like, yeah, that's annoying.
Hey, would it be at this point that I finally noticed that Nace is undead?
What?
He's not undead.
Oh, I thought you guys.
How dare you?
I thought you guys said that you converted them over. Like, him and,
Assumption?
2 other people.
Jeez, fucking Gray. Just assuming that people are undead.
No, Gray, we have.
They don't just murder
we found
people.
we
Gray.
found another person of the friendship in the dungeon, if you recall.
Yeah, I remember that. But then the Iron Maiden is.
I didn't.
The maiden
No,
is
we're not
undead, but she's a friend of Apox that he brought back.
We're
using her
not
body.
metagaming. You have no idea that they have talked him up essentially.
Okay. Yep. No, that's fine.
Just being friendly.
They're just being friendly. That's literally what they do.
It's a friendship.
And typically, even not even just Gray. Typically, you guys know that although members of the friendship are known for being friendly, obviously, they're really treated with a lot of suspicion and mistrust. And as such, it's kind of rare to see anyone like just openly conversing with them. It's kind of one of those things of like, hey there, have you heard about the friendship? Oh god, don't make eye contact. This guy seems like he's like,
As we're talking about the friendship, this is going to be their.
You just like changing the music.
Well, that's a good choice.
I've been sitting on this for a while.
I thought this was going to be the themes of the kobolds.
But why though? I literally have this on my phone. But anyway.
Time for celebration.
God
I don't know that.
But yeah, Nace and the 3 collective members of the friendship are busy discussing, all kinds of how'd you get into adventuring, etc., etc. And that's what you guys are doing throughout the entire trip. Anyone else doing anything for the 1 day long fucking trip with 50 kobolds, 3 undead, a cat person who is also a bat person,
Learning all the kobolds.
two demons, a robot.
I'm not a demon.
You're a demon.
You
I'm learning
kind
all the
of are.
kobolds'
You're
names.
And a goblin.
Want to be
And
demon.
and
I would
Aiden.
be resting.
I love how like all these weird things that we have proper descriptions for, and then there's just fucking Aiden.
I forgot about Aiden. Sorry.
Well, Aiden is kind of not explainable. I mean, I guess you could call him the illusion.
It's hard to summarize you.
The living illusion. That works.
But yeah, is anyone else doing anything on this crazy boat ride?
I mean, I guess Simon would even see if he could have enough food to make everybody. A lot of people.
Absolutely not.
Even snack. Not fair.
No, these kobolds aren't gonna starve to death in a single day. But all the same, like any food that they've managed to catch like off the side of the boat is theirs essentially.
Actually, I'll go to whoever their cook is and take up some recipes.
How much food can you produce?
No, I'm saying I'm gonna pick up some of their recipes. Like say, so what do you guys cook for? Like for good meals, what's your favorite dishes? I'm assuming it's dog on a stick.
Yeah, you get the sense they don't have much in the way of like flavors or spices. It's kind of just like, oh, I caught a frog. The height of their cuisine is let's cook that frog. Let's not eat it raw. What? Cooking frog? No one's patient enough for that. So their minds are again, how much food can you produce with produced food?
Oh, actually, I don't know if I have that spell prepared. Actually, wait, I might. Hang on. Where's my character sheet? We do. No. Oh, yeah, it would be a long rest over this trip, so yeah, I could certainly do.
45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
And I would cook all of it.
You could make enough. You can make enough food for 1 pound of food for each kobold.
Isn't it normally pretty tasteless though?
I mean, yes, but the food is bland but nourishing. But also, prestidigitation can be used to flavor food.
I don't have that, but I do.
I think it specifies that it can't be like enhanced,
but it can be flavor.
Yeah, or
flavor.
hang on.
doesn't say anything about not being in his.
I use prestidigitation to make it all taste like carrot.
Might be thinking
But
of a
I don't know.
baffling
If I see Gray casting any sort of spell towards my food, he's gonna get smacked.
I don't cast prestidigitation.
But yeah, given the level of their cuisine, even this created bland food under Cybus's admittedly impressive cooking ability is made into something that they are just like, again, the wonders do not cease for these kobolds this day, as this skeleton manages to produce more food than they have caught in their village in like a month, and then just super casually just start preparing one massive fucking catering thing. Lady, indeed, watch over us. Lady, bless you with gifts. One of them. Go for it.
Not really understanding what that means, I'll just smile and say, yes.
If by lady, you mean bread.
Bread works
Have you heard?
Pretty lady.
I would say bread works in mysterious ways with no context. So like, wait, bread? What? Nobody having them some bread.
Truly, give us this
Do they
day.
know what bread is?
Would Cybus know if bread is male or female?
You saw him, so yes.
Yeah, you know he's male.
You saw him in the chamber.
Oh,
you saw him like on the podium essentially, like at a distance, but you still saw him.
Well, no. Remember, in the chamber, he saw his worst fear, and his fear was
Oh,
bread
that's
mad
correct.
at him.
but it was
Thank
my
you.
representation of bread, which was majestic, beautiful, godlike.
Radiant, holy dwarf.
Fabio dwarf.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, it's still up to you.
I don't even know he was a dwarf. Like,
I think that canonically, the only time you saw him was like on a balcony, like a. Again, there's a lot of Roman Catholic like references today for some reason, but kind of like the standing like the Pope standing on the podium over like the cheering masses. Can you get a really good look at him? No, but you get the sense that he's an old dude. So you get the same sense of like you saw bread once, like at like a 400 foot away type situation. But how well you saw him is up to you.
much like the telephone game, the imagination also works wonders over time.
That is true. But yeah, so the day passes with hot cross
Not
buns
big enough.
and undead conversations.
Yes.
Were you gonna do anything, Jax? You were saying something?
Yeah, I was gonna, talk to Vulcan. So you managed to persuade these kobolds to come with us to Magnamar.
Yes. The same kobold that's been climbing on my head for the past 2 hours. I just keep picking up, putting down, it climbs back up, and I just keep doing the same process over and over.
Yeah. Also, you take some time to learn the name of each kobold. Given your robotic recollection, kind of lost this information. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. You quickly put together that each one of their names is something along the lines of Pibbs or Kip, where it's like Skip, like Tib,
Trip.
Rip,
Tibbles.
Kip,
Dip.
Gosh, snail, ugly, ugly, zoldy,
Fuck.
Sped, spur,
Rick, Tap, Stip. Like all of them are just like one. All of them are one syllable. But yeah.
Vulcan and the 50 kobolds instead of Snow White and 7 dwarves.
I wave my hand at the.
I love
metal
Daz
hand
laughing in the background.
I wave my metal hand at the kobold that's trying to climb on him.
Yes. I'm sorry. we have neglected you, rusty metal man.
Rusty? I'm not rusty.
You are looking like shit, to be fair.
I've made sure I polished his arm pretty well. Keep it on good condition.
I feel like just my mental image is just your arm is like kind of like beat to shit. I don't know why. That's just my mental image.
I mean,
It's a fair
I did,
mental
I mean,
image.
I did like, put my arm into a building a while back.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
it's all messy right now.
But
The-
I could have repaired it by then.
Just the general personality of Jax makes me think that his arm is beat to shit and ramshackle. That's just the personality he gives off.
I could
You're
have upgraded.
dirty.
You're an angry, loud gunslinger.
Okay.
I will say to you, I understand you are trying to maintain it, but when you are as violent as you are, blood tends to get in the groove.
What?
You have been awfully violent lately.
Well, we've been in a lot of violent situations.
Vulcan, you literally crushed a person to death in your bare hands.
I did not say I was not a hypocrite.
Fair enough.
However, you are supposed to be better than me. You seem to be enjoying it. Don't become what your brother is.
No snap.
Unlike my brother, he doesn't really. I'm not sure if he takes joy in it. He's more like a, I'm not really sure if my brother enjoys it or not.
Based on the psychological profile I've created, some small part of him might enjoy it. You definitely enjoy it. Be careful. It only takes one bad day to become him.
What if I, do like it a little bit? Because, it's hurting you, it's hurting me. They're trying to harm us and trying to kill us. I feel better. I feel good that they're, dead. That they don't have to, so that they can't hurt us anymore.
Vulcan's gonna look around for a second, look out the ocean real quick. Look back to you.
Not a lot of privacy in this boat, by the way.
No, it's okay. Vulcan's still going for it. He's gonna look back to you real quick and say, the Bogwid are interesting. They're very good at specific things. Gray is good at writing and being a bad liar. Aiden is a good liar. There's not many talents on this boat now that I think about it. However, I have seen great painters. I have seen great artists. If the thing that you are good at is killing, just be careful. You could lose yourself to your art, just like anything else.
What about you? Can you lose yourself?
I do not find joy in murder. It is just something I do. I do enjoy things, though, I think.
Like
There's a difference between seeing our work and killing people as a job.
I'm sorry.
And it's something to be
You're not
pleasure
supposed to
in.
butt in my personal conversation. I'm sorry.
You can't not hear it. You're on a tiny boat.
It's a tiny boat.
It's established.
Shut up.
Everyone can hear you
Trying to
talking.
steer.
God.
What were you saying, Aiden?
There's a difference between murder and self-defense in this line of work.
More so, we have a job to do and some people get on our way. If you view it doing the job as just a dirty job, rather than looking at it as these people need to die because I want them to die, there is a solid difference in that, and I see you leaning towards the latter.
I would also like to butt in.
I'll pick Gray up out of the
all of-
crowd and put him on my shoulder.
Oh, thank you. I saw you all gaining progress. And we saved this man over here. I'm bad with names, so I forgot.
What you mean, this woman?
Nice.
I'm Nace. Yeah, I have a name.
Yes.
Thing is with him.
Are you talking about the Grey Maiden or Nace?
Attacked us.
No, I'm talking about the fact that we killed. I'm talking about the fact that we killed all of those guards without giving them a chance to surrender.
They
Specifically,
were
there
trying
were.
to kill us.
If they
They
if we give them a
ambushed
chance,
us.
They'll kill us.
Well, yes, but not the ones on the that attacked us at night, but the ones within the dungeon.
Gray.
We could have
Where
still
came-
given them the option. I
Right.
gave 2 of them the option.
Where it came from, it's kill or be killed, and I'd rather be the killer.
And where I come from, life is supposed to mean something. And just because you make a mistake doesn't mean that your life should be set a squander.
Life doesn't mean shit, kid.
That doesn't mean shit.
No, life does have one meaning. Experience. And how are people supposed to experience good if you kill them before they could ever
Do you want to know my experience in life?
I'm guessing that you assume that it has some sort of justification for.
I look at my, I measure,
Senses.
I look at my arm. This is my experience. This is where I show. This is my consequence of showing mercy to somebody. Do you understand that? I showed mercy to my brother. And this is what he'd done to me.
Aiden once again unwrapping some of his bandages from his scarred up body that is covered in burns, just as like, life is suffering. We suffer, we live, we kill, we move on.
Does this look like a dwarf's body to you? Life's not easy. You'll learn.
And with all due respect, Mr. Gray, we have made good progress. We have survivors on this boat. People we are trying to protect. Though not everybody gets this opportunity, we do try.
I am unsure of where I fit in this conversation, but the food is delicious.
Thank you.
You do good work, sir. The buck would thank you for your contributions.
We will teach you to cook.
Gladly. Even the
And
ungrateful
nothing
ones.
more.
And I'll
One
offer
of-
a bowl to Gray.
One of the bogwood will give you a shit spear because they are thankful for the food. And then a second bogwood, seeing the first one give you a shit spear, is going to feel left out and feel kind of like, oh shit, were we supposed to do that? So now you have 2 shit spears.
If you're good, do good.
And an
phenomenon.
S-stock.
Can you use any of them?
As I am immune to disease, I will take the shit spear. But I will keep it away from the food.
Sanitary.
Hey, we're both immune to disease.
Hey, speaking of, yeah, you would notice the blade because really I would have no place to hide. So you can ask about it, or let one of you identify.
Identify it.
You know, I was like, I wish I was part of this conversation, but I'm not because I'm not a PC. Fucking Nace would have some shit to say about this. What am I talking about?
Oh yeah, that's Nace. Nace.
Yeah, Nace would be overhearing this shit and be like, you know, just because someone walked in your way and like Gray was saying, just 'cause you made a bad decision, you know, fell in the wrong crowd, got enchanted by some succubus who promised you some crazy sex times, you know, doesn't make you fucking a bad guy sometimes.
Well, no, it's also a matter of circumstance and how we meet somebody. We had a chance to talk
You know,
to you, so we did.
Sorry your arm got blown off, you know, it's a shitty time, you know, I'm sorry you, and he kind of just like gestures to Aiden. Just that. I'm sorry.
My arm
but-
didn't get blown off. It was cut off.
Sorry. Shitty times, but you know, the person who did that to you said it was your brother. Probably thought the same thing. You know, that this is what you have to do.
He thought.
You know, you perpetuate that kind of shit. You know, it's the reason it keeps it going. You gotta learn how to turn it off if you want that shown to you. You know, that's what I took away from this.
He showed
If
me
you
mercy.
yeah, but you showed me mercy, and I'm not gonna blow your arm off, cut your arm off. I'm not gonna.
I wish he killed me there. I cannot live for the guilt that I've, you know, live with it.
Well, Jesus.
die?
Okay.
You want to die, really?
Yes. But
Aiden is standing up and pulling out his greatsword and putting it and sticking it towards her. Is that really what you want?
Nate's just gonna be like,
Not on my boat.
Nate's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna eat my food now. Okay, bye.
I'm just going to say that something happened in my life that put a you know, stop to it. And I look at Vulcan.
You turn around, Vulcan's got like 2 miniguns, 2 arm cannons, and a flamethrower sticking out.
And is throwing a kobold in the air over and over. Upsy daisy. Upsy daisy.
Drop the
Then you
sword,
have-
please.
You have found purpose to live again, and you should not wish for death.
Yes, but if he dies, I will have no, reason to live.
I didn't realize you were pointing at someone. Sorry.
I will not die.
How do I know that? How do I know that Lucius would just,
I do not have biological life. All things fade. Vulcan is eternal.
Nace is just like Nace is nervously chewing on a burrito while next to Cybus. Are they always like this? Are they gonna be okay?
I just feel like Vulcan would say, I am inevitable.
Oh my god.
I'm inevitable.
If it comes to it, we can just walk on the sea.
I mean, I can't do that.
Right. No, I got you, fam.
And if I were to die, and I wish to be by my brother's arms.
Yeah, they're very melodramatic.
It's just there's a lot of that going on. This is really good. What do you use here? Like, is this? I got salt, obviously salt, but you got some like.
Well, there's a trick to making you think it's butter.
I want to say cumin, but where would you even get cumin on the water like this, man? It's amazing what you did here. They're still pointing guns at each other. I'm really nervous. Actually,
yeah, it's actually
calms down now. That's not me.
I didn't sword would have been slammed into the deck of the boat already.
The boat.
I imagine it has more than one floor. For fuck's sake.
Oh,
would you stop damaging my boat?
Gray just kind of sighs. And,
it's not even your fucking boat.
Shut.
He just starts eating some of the food because, hell, he's not gonna die in an empty stomach.
I fucking love that. Like, Nace is like, yeah, I think that you guys did a good job saving me. No, we should kill everyone. It's a mercy. Anyway, very mixed party.
What?
You have constantly talked and judged every member of this party on what they believe is pain. Tell me, how many people have you killed?
Too many.
What is too many? Quantify.
1.
That is funny. Jack, or rather Jaraxis, how many have you killed?
8,000 more.
Jaraxis is guilty of using a biological weapon on a civilian population.
I made it.
It is time to put your sword down and stop being so judgy. Sometimes things happen that we cannot control. Change is important, and we are all growing and working at this together. But if you continue to judge things you do not understand, I'm going to throw you off this boat. Are we clear?
It was more Gray judging, but...
I should clarify that I made a weapon, and my brother used it, but I still had fought for making it.
Making the weapon and pulling the trigger both count as killing.
I would disagree there.
At that point, it's kind of like, do guns kill people, or do people who make bullets kill people?
We can get into that conversation if you'd like.
This was not a tool designed to hunt.
It was.
Jaraxis specifically designed the weapon made to kill many, many, many people.
But it wasn't intended to do that. They killed my company to use it for biological purposes. They left me alive because, my brother.
Congratulations. You made a weapon, and it was used against your will. I am a weapon. My purpose is to be a weapon for the rest of eternity, for all I know. You can change. Change has escaped me.
I don't think it has.
I agree with Gray. There is no such thing as change that can be escaped. All change must come. It is the will. However, some change is slow. We are working at it together. All of us are very different from where we started not so long ago. And you, Aiden, I guarantee, are not stuck like this forever. We have been discovering powers and abilities beyond most understanding. If I had to wager, before your road is ended, you will be where you want to be. That is the will of the Vasradursky.
First you'll have to find something powerful enough to beat a god.
It's been done before. It can be done again.
Like several characters from the previous campaign sneeze.
And Aiden doesn't know shit about any of them.
I know.
He's kind of really skeptical.
And
We are not good people, but we try our best. And that, I feel, is just as good.
Some harder than others.
I'm not judging her for the killing she has done. I'm judging her
Who
for
is she?
giving up on life.
We should also
Draxus.
That is a boy.
we
He
should
has a
also
penis.
we should also very much clarify the difference between murder, kill, and manslaughter, because these are all being used interchangeably.
I mean,
Were
like,
those things clarified though in the medieval world? Because they weren't really.
I would like to put forward an official motion to change the term from murder into manslaughter.
I mean, I just,
No,
I'm sorry.
there are clear definitions of.
I'm
they're
sorry.
distinct.
There are in
sorry,
modern
I'm-
society.
No, it's called
Sorry,
common
I'm just
parlance.
sometimes.
oh god.
All I just wanted to sleep with succubus, and this got really intense, and I feel like I'm not part of this conversation anymore. And
I'm glad you are still alive, Nace. What will you do when you get back to Magnamar?
I was gonna just I don't know, read some books, not sexy books. I think I'm done with sexy times. There's not even really. Oh, it. Once you've been with a succubus, I mean, I don't want to. I'm over it. I'm done with it now. But for reals, though, it's fucking amazing. But I'm done with it now. I think I'm done with that. So yeah, painting maybe, cooking, and he kind of points to Cybus. I want to fucking learn what you're fucking putting out there. What is
That's easy.
this? I don't know what accent he has.
This is exactly what I am talking about. We can change people.
Like,
Strength
I don't
doesn't
know.
Murder.
Just I want to not be on this boat.
God, Celestia,
Don't blame you there.
One of the kobolds just, the lady will show you the way. You must follow the light. Follow her to guidance.
God.
Handsome as shit spear.
Oh god. He was already following the lady. That was what got him into the whole mess.
Yeah, good point. He's not gonna say anything though. They worship the lady as god.
I'll just nod at him as we got the best.
Vulcan,
Yes.
I'm going to say this in a very. I try my best to, whisper or just in a low voice say. I'm just very concerned about where Lucius is right now.
He is undoubtedly close.
And that's the problem. I do not want to go back to Syrian or back to Geb.
Then you won't.
The thing is, if we confront him, I don't want to kill him. I don't want him to die.
You would like me to kill him then?
No, I don't want him to die at all. I want him to see that, working for Jeb it's not. They haven't taught us anything. What we learned from the Scarabs, they were more friendly to us than Jeb.
Geb.
Yeah, whatever. Geb.
It's gift.
Gif and Jif.
Vulcan is going to be quiet for a second and say,
How about permanent disability?
What do you mean?
I can remove limbs.
No. He suffered enough. I've made him suffer enough.
And he has caused untold suffering on many others. He won't miss an arm or a leg.
I don't think we need to.
You are not in this
mutilate
conversation.
Nace, I feel like Nace at this point is gonna look over to 10 and be like, "Why are you so quiet, though?"
I don't get involved in this kind of conversation.
That's good. That's good. Keep that.
God.
Yes,
This is me, kid.
I was just worried because all of them were like, "I've killed 8,000 people," and it's like,
No.
I murdered for fun, so
We don't know the difference.
quiet.
Everything, all death is now
I
murder.
don't want to know.
And like
No.
when you're that quiet when that's
The
coming up, I
Murder
can't help but
is
think
ambiguous because there is no definition. It's
We'll
kind
talk
of
about this later.
like super situational.
maybe you
And-
killed like way more, and you were just like that quiet about it, and it was really actually a little bit scary.
well,
And thank you for not being.
I mean, I thought they were lowballing their numbers. I don't know. I don't want to like speak out or anything.
Right, it's
but
not a
that's, like,
competition.
problem.
It shouldn't be a
Yeah.
competition.
Like, do
I
you
didn't
really
legit
wanna
said
know?
one was too many. So he's like murder is bad.
Savas
Jack is
killed
like,
more than
oh
one,
yeah.
but one
No,
was
it
too
was
much.
kind of crossed his arms at the "we're all not good people here." You can speak for yourself, but
Jaraxis, the point right now is it will be a problem in the future. We can prepare, but if you spend time obsessing over it, it will kill you just with the idea. So rest for now. We will head back to Magnamar and lay low for some time. Draw the scent off of you. That should be more than enough.
Sometimes I just wish it was, back in the day where it's just me and him against the world.
It might be that way someday. But right now, you must focus on yourself and making sure you are in a good place. Rest. The kobolds are surprisingly comfortable pillows.
One of them is like ceased to struggle under the weight of fucking Vulcan.
No, I wasn't sitting on it.
as the
going to,
life leaves his lung.
I'm going to hang out by the kobolds and tell them a fun story about me sand surfing with my brother.
I mean, can you not hang out by the kobolds?
I was about to say they're just everywhere. It's a carpet.
Gather around, kobolds.
I want to tell you a fun
Let me
story.
tell you a
about that
tale.
fun-
Done. They're
I
gathered
don't think
around.
she can.
They
I
just turn
really don't
around.
think Drexus is capable of telling a fun tale. I want to hear this.
Oh god, please no.
Oh, please don't.
No, you're good. It happens.
A long time ago, a dumb tiefling tried to get something done in the world, and look where it ended up.
No.
That's the end of the story.
No, it'll be like it's the story of how I went sand surfing with my brother. You know,
Teaching the
sand
tieflings
surfing from
about
Breath of
stuff.
the Wild. Blank, I'm pretty sure you know what sand surfing is.
I mean, yeah. The kobolds are like, you speak of the wave walking.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
We have something similar.
Is it with water?
It is. Some among us have learned to harness the power of waves, to slide along them as though they were a surface.
I would imagine sand would be a bit more easier.
That doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
Sand does not move.
Yes, but
How would you slide?
you go down a hill of sand like a dune.
The sand is wet. It sticks.
It's coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Oh my.
We had to go there.
Yes.
You know, I can only imagine what kind of hell Sand plays with like automail and Warforged part.
I believe this was established in Fullmetal Alchemist.
I feel like it was.
But,
I learned today,
once-
reading something, that sand in the desert can get so hot it will burn your skin.
After I lived in the desert for all my life. You get used to it. You get used to like monsters coming out of the sand trying to eat. It was kind of funny though. But it happened to my father that one time. He almost lost it all.
We do not have deserts and kobolds in Bogwood Village.
But yeah, that's it. I'm done stories.
We have sharks. They also eat arms.
Oh my god.
One of them will wave with his one arm. Yes. Tack was attacked by shark. Why we call him Tack.
I can make you an arm. I can make you an arm if you want me to.
Oh god.
Really? I thought you'd call him Ark for shark.
That good nickname. Use it next time.
Colba, I can make you an arm. Like I did with mine. It's pretty
Vulcan's
simple.
gonna shut down a little bit until we get to Magnamar.
Yeah, I assume that's more or less the end of the RP, I think. But you guys have the rest of the trip after this deep and meaningful conversation. and arrive at the shore of Magnamar a good time later, with a lot more fucking cargo than anyone anticipated.
Now to the slave markets.
My plans
to your
revealed.
welcome to your new home as meat pies.
Let's take him to hell.
You wanted to see how I cook.
Are we actually gonna take this to the slave market?
No, there's no slave market in Magnamar.
Oh, thank God.
This isn't fucking Corvosa.
Or slavers,
Actually, that's not true. This isn't fucking Chile.
Dogwood, follow me, please, and stick close.
Let's go ahead and switch over to Magnamar.
Oh, I would tell, just so we don't have too many questions. I would check. Nope. I was actually on my notes.
What, are we
Let's
gonna
keep
have
on.
our army of kobolds settle in Underbridge?
We'll just keep on with Cybus because Cybus is a good token.
Hey,
you guys didn't set out from Underbridge. You guys set out from the official docks because you were chartered with a ship that was official. It was on the record.
My question still stands: is that where we're gonna have them settle? Let's
Good
have them
question.
take over Underbridge.
But if you don't have to necessarily go to Magnamar. If you want to like stop at any point along the coast, you could, because unleashing 50 kobolds in Magnamar, although not guaranteed to start a riot, is still going to be disruptive.
Yes, then I will do that. We are coming from the Lady's Light, correct? So that means we're passing the Mush Fens. About a mile, let's call it a half mile outside Magnamar. I will take all the kobolds out.
Okay, so we were. I'm getting this all wrong. It's kind of hard to see, but it would have been like the coast, like right here. So it was only like a day's travel. Yeah, it puts you at like
this weird junction between where the river splits in two.
The Mush Fens are pretty saturated swamplands. They're not all that different from the Lady's Light because you're not traveling that much further. So it's pretty much like the same location, just without the monument, really.
This area right here, in between the two rivers, is that a little more temperate, like some grasslands?
I mean, it's better. You could certainly find a place that isn't really soggy if you were looking.
Yeah, I'd like to move more towards forest, if at all possible. Which direction would that be?
I'm sorry, I was busy reading what Cyber said. What were you saying?
I'd like to have an area more forested than boggy.
Okay, there's a whole coastline. It shouldn't be too hard to find one. Although, that being said, you are on the coast. There aren't a whole lot of forests that are that close to the waterline.
Maybe like Seattle, coasty kind of.
Fair point. I've never been to Seattle. I wouldn't know. But okay, yeah, you could probably find one. It's a culture shock. They've never seen a forest really. Like they've seen trees for sure, but never in that density. This is a strange new land. And as such, they look with trepidation, but not fear really. Just kind of like this is gonna be fucking weird.
So this area, is this gonna be the area between the two rivers there?
It's gonna be close enough to Magnamar that they could probably get to Magnamar in one day's travel if they really wanted to on foot. Reasonably forested. You're not gonna find anything deeply like vegetation, but enough to support a village. They wanted to set up a new one. Yeah, that's what you're looking for. Yeah. So that's approximately the case. Why?
Okay.
What's the plan here? Just like let them loose and be like, this is your new town. Bye.
No, I'm looking for borders. I just want to know who might own the land. Or is it wildlands?
Well, it's pretty much wildlands. This is ye olden days where if you're not in a city, then no one really cares because there isn't like a land grab. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you could just claim an area in the middle of nowhere, but you'd have to defend against like wolves and shit and bandits and whatnot, and no one has the manpower to do that. So, yeah, if you're outside Magnamar's walls and at a reasonable distance to the city, they don't really care.
Can we get a little closer to Magnamar? So maybe not a day's travel, but maybe like a couple hours travel.
Oh, that's when you start running into some problems when it comes to whether or not the guards are going to think this kobold village is a little bit too close to the walls. But you could try to risk it.
There's also probably farmland at that point.
Yeah, it's
What
one
about
of
half
those
a day
issues.
travel?
Yeah, that's probably the limits of what you could probably manage.
Okay, so then we'll get them to the half day travel forest, and I'll set them up and say, actually, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to start helping them build.
Okay. So with your particular set of skills, it shouldn't be too hard to set up some better than what they had, essentially.
Vulcan's going to walk up
basic
to the biggest tree that he can find, and I'm going to use Alter Self again to turn back into the lady.
Oh God! Start it up again, boys.
My children, welcome to your new home. You will be cared for here.
Faces to the ground.
You will be cared for here. At times you will be protected, but not always. Evils and bad things will inevitably come for you, and you may be called to fight my enemies. But my champion will make sure that you are strong and cared for and smart. Continue growing, Bogwood. Follow his word as law. I love you all. And I'll shift back into Vulcan.
In before the final fight, Vulcan brings in a group of 50 kobolds with shit spears to all get one shot by a fireball.
Yes! The Riders of Rohan have come!
God.
Just imagine the look of confusion on fucking Karzog's face, being like, "The fuck was that about? Why?"
Now, as Vulcan, I am going to try to uproot this tree by hand.
Roll athletics because you're a fucking monster.
Athletics.
Fucking monster. Yeah, you're large. Given that they're this close to the water line, I'd say the tree. You could probably find one that you comfortably understand. You could uproot. You're not gonna fucking like the Hulk rip up like a mighty oak, but you could find a tree that you know you can handle and rip it up pretty easily.
Cool. And I'm going to start helping them build, instead of huts and shitty tents, we're going to start going for longhouses.
Yeah, this might take you like a full-on day.
I know. I'm going to be doing my own thing here. I'm going to tell everybody, basically, I'm going to be here for a short bit of time and make sure the kobolds get established. I will meet you back in Magnamar soon. Feel free to come find me. I am not.
You guys gonna sail on without Vulcan, because it seems like
no.
That's
I'm asking him to go on. Yeah.
I'm already in. Did you already see we're already in Magnamar?
Yeah. Well, let's for the sake of convenience say that you guys don't stick around. You're just like, okay, he's got this. We're not expecting a dragon to strafe fucking Vulcan in the middle of it.
Can I do my? Is it possible I could do that thing?
I mean, you'll have to wait until he gets there, but yeah.
I want to do it now, really, to be honest.
We'll get to it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what your divvied up loot is because I only gave the hard numbers. I didn't do the math.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking. Like, so what are all the hard numbers we got, and who's actually like being honest and divvying it up?
I wasn't recording them. I was kind of just making shit up.
I know.
Let that be a lesson to everyone. If you don't record the number I gave you at the time I said it, I'm not going to be able to tell you how much it was. So,
well, I have numbers for things that I got that need to be sold, but I grabbed a bunch of chainmail.
Chainmail's not worth as much as you might think because people can make chainmail.
It's like 75 gold. I know it's fucking cheap, but it's still something when you've got like 5 of them.
What did Nace say about the sword? He was going to tell me something, then we all get into hubbub.
Mostly just that it's a really good sword. He's had it for a long time, and he's going to give up the adventuring lifestyle. So he wants someone who can put it to better use than he could, and you, Saiva, seemed like someone that could not just use it to indiscriminately kill a bunch of people, but he was trying to say that you'd put it to better use than he would because you seem like a better head and your shoulders type person.
Right.
So that was what he was going to say, essentially.
I'm not going to tell him this, but I might sell it for the greater good. Just depends.
What, you're going to tell him? You're telling him you're going to sell it?
No. I'm not telling him that.
It's like, but this is my family. Yeah, okay. As long as you don't tell him, it's fine. He'll never know. You'll see it for sale in one of the shops and be like, Son of a bitch.
I wouldn't do that. I was actually considering like using it for trade within the group, depending on who was honest or not. But
Yeah.
gems and spellcasting.
Better get more, bitch.
So anyone who is like
Also-
offering up the loot you got, type it in somewhere so we can all like divvy it up
I
properly.
mean, so I've asked Wood legit asked me if I found any diamonds.
I have plans. However, what I do is dependent on what happens actually after this session, because I need to have a talk with Black.
Okay, let's hope you don't get need to be revived or anything. God forbid.
No, I don't think that'll ever be an issue.
I did say that you found a whole bunch of spell components, and that would probably include a lot of gems. Diamonds could easily be in them. Just assume that the cost equivalent that I said that you found can include some diamonds of equal value. It shouldn't be too hard to exchange.
Yeah, don't you worry your pretty little face there, everybody, and Blank. If things go according to one plan, everyone's gonna get all the loot, except for me. If not, then I might keep it for myself. Who knows?
Are you gonna
Next
fucking
time
gamble all
on
this?
DBZ, we'll find out.
I wish I had a cash drawer sound effect.
Give me a second.
Ash isn't offering up the loot I saw her grab.
I got a magical materials.
I didn't grab anything, so I'm pretty good.
Excellent.
That's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
We came into a dungeon and somehow left with nothing. Interesting.
No, like actually though.
Well, you are getting paid by Sheila. Although, did Sandman record the number I gave you guys? Because I could look it up, but it's gonna take me a while.
I got a 700 gold worth of magical components.
Then yeah, you're all getting paid the same amount. Oh, you mean
that's not what we got paid? That's what she found.
Oh, that.
So one thing that is obvious is that I have 10 Thessalonian robes and a +1 breastplate that I offered to anyone, as well as 40 gold's worth of Thessalonian currency that I think would be more if we actually just sold it to historians. Same with the robes.
Agreed.
Any
Though I could use the breastplate.
Well, I fucking offered it like 2 hours ago.
You mentioned it. I don't recall you offering it.
Like before we took off.
Could I have these
I
missed
Thessalonian
that.
robes?
Sorry, what?
In what condition are the Thessalonian robes in?
They're not good. They're pretty aged. I wouldn't say moth-eaten. I don't think there were many moths down there, but you leave any fabric in one position for that long, it's almost permanently molded that way in ways that are never going to iron out.
I would just rather buy some clothes.
I mean, they could have some value as like historical garments, but as robes, like fashionable robes, goodness no, they're not in good condition at all.
I guess I'll part
So, yeah,
ways with it.
y'all can take the +1 breastplate. I'll go sell the robes, and Thessalonian coin, and we can split up.
I'll sell the 5 great swords and 5 suits of chainmail I got off the off all of the maidens, and well, see if I can't find a use for these succubus ashes I gathered.
Before I parted ways with Letra, I would have like after she left the body, I would have searched it for anything valuable.
What body?
The one Letra was in.
Oh yeah, just a regular Grey Maiden body. So again, chainmail, longsword, like standard equipment.
Yeah, after Letra left it, we pretty much just strip it of armor, toss it overboard. Done.
Did they have long swords or great swords?
On the sheet it said great swords, but it's long swords.
So there you go.
You
You can sell that too.
I know. Playing fast and loose with the stats here.
Can I try to sell the magical components to like a magic shop or something? Just the
Or
ones I
we-
don't need. The ones I don't really need.
I mean, you could literally just give those to your party members who need spell components.
10.
Yes.
Here you go.
Dang.
How much are you giving her of your spell component? Because that can. You should
Give her,
note
like-
that
Give her
any
like,
spell that has a gold cost, you can deduct from that pile, basically.
give her like 1/3 of it. I give like another third of it to like Sivas, and I keep the rest of it.
I'd thank you.
But, she's a third.
As a third.
233.33333333 is a third of 700.
The joys of
Thank you.
D&D math.
So,
Epic
Blake.
adventures, slaying dragons and defeating gods, but first, just driving spell components.
I also got some potions that I want to sell, too.
What potions were those?
Vulcan gave them to me. It's 2 water breathing potions.
Sivas is good there.
Well,
I feel like
we
one
should
day you're
probably,
gonna
like-
be drowning, and you're like, why did I sell those?
we
Come
should
on.
probably each like compile things we're trying to sell for Blake, so it's easy.
I mean, I have it written down.
So how much would they go for the water breathing potions?
Let me check.
Because I'm apparently Vulcan wants me to get him something.
I can go. Do.
Also gave me 1,000 gold. But it's for a
God
specific
damn it.
reason.
There it
I
is.
would ask
Okay.
Jack if he'd like to trade for the sword that I have once Nace is on his way.
Nope, I'm good. I have a +1 light rapier.
For the potion of water breathing,
Mhm.
you can get 100 gold per potion bottle.
Ooh.
What is the actual stats on that weapon? Is it like, does it do the same damage as a rapier?
Yeah, I
Like
think so.
Fancier rapier?
Okay, I guess what am I gonna do?
Jackie, you selling all that shit?
I am.
Who are you selling it to?
Well, I would probably search for a. Right, I can't go to the actual market and be like, "Hey, waifu, remember me?"
It's me from the past. I'm a cat now.
I'm me from the future. I'm a scaly cat now. I have wings. Right. I'll probably go to the market and ask around for
I mean,
the best.
You legitimately could though, because although you're not Thads, it doesn't change the fact that you've been to Magnamar, and the Bazaar of Sales is not an unusual establishment, so you would certainly know about it. It's not metagaming to go there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, and for those who haven't been to the Bazaar of Sales before, kind of like the ultimate flea market. There are no permanent stalls, essentially. Just one giant open lot of wares coming and going. Since it's kind of no permanent areas, there's really no notable NPCs essentially, because it's assumed that at any time they're all rotating in and out, with the exception of Sabria, who is the essential nicknamed princess of the bazaar, who somehow seems able to monitor this organized chaos at all times. It's never really known how much of it she actually knows and how much of it she just implies to know, because like a good parent, she just doesn't tell people, and at any time can just be like, "Oh, you thought that was a secret? No, I fucking knew all along. Never doubt my abilities." And as such, she's more than willing to help out anyone who comes seeking the best bargain or looking for something that there's no organization in any sense. She's like, oh, we did have someone looking for that. It's over there. But yes, Sabria, as always, is surrounded by her usual cadre of guards, hired mercenaries, really. They're not exactly assigned by the city. But I don't think you've met her before, not as Jack, anyway.
Nope.
But yeah, 5 years older, obviously. But as a human, that puts her, early 40s. You stick out like a sore thumb because you're a bat cat pirate.
Whoa. No, they can't confirm anything about the whole pirate.
But regardless, she's seen weirder. That's not true. No one's seen fucking weirder than a bat cat pirate. But yeah, she'll. You must be an adventurer.
You could say that. Yeah, adventurer. Let's go with.
That's the ticket. Yes, well, welcome to the Bazaar of Sales. I don't think I've seen you around before. I remember if I had. Is there anything I can help you with? Guards all have kind of hands on hilts.
Just flew in. Man, are my wings tired. Having to find some ancient relics here that might do well for a historian. They're not magical, of course. I've already checked to make sure they're safe. But relics of Thessalon, if your highness is familiar.
Well, I'll be honest, not a lot of historians in the Bazaar of Sales. A lot of practical goods, a lot of exotics and luxury items, but when it comes to the more, we'll say, collector's edition type things, you're probably looking for the more established brands. She'll give you a couple of historian type. Ironically, one of them is actually Sheila. But a lot of items will go for sale in, like, the Lord Mayor's menagerie. You've got. I'm gonna keep looking around, but yeah, the Bazaar of Sale is not really a good place for this kind of thing. But she'll point you in the right direction.
The mayor, you say?
Well,
sounds.
There's a bit going on there, but yeah, the Mayor's menagerie is still open, just in a very different capacity than it was previously.
Yeah, sounds financially backed.
I'm still scrolling through my list of things, essentially. Yeah, Mayor's menagerie is fine.
Yeah,
we'll
I mean,
either that or Sheila, your call.
Yeah, let's go to the menagerie, because where else would you find such an exotic creature?
Actually, you've been here before. If I'm not mistaken, Vulcan is banned from this area.
Vulcan's banned.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I remember because he broke in there.
All right.
When was this?
This is the mayor's personal collection of exotic finds and gifts, and includes several magic trinkets and animals, of which Vulcan busted in because it's kind of equal parts a zoo, and Vulcan wanted to see the birds.
Oh
yeah. You guys found me there in the morning.
Did get banned from here.
Sorta.
It happened.
Kinda. Okay, I'll take your word.
But so Cyrus, hang on, Cyrus, are you going with Jack? You said.
Well, it depends. 'Cause I would ask that before I decided to go with Aiden. I was going to go with Aiden, but who would I need to talk to?
Oh, about setting up a thing?
Yeah.
Probably the Bazaar of Sales, actually. Because again, rotating type thing. There isn't exactly a system in place. There's no like permanent you need. It's kind of just like, if you set up shop and you don't have anything like good to offer, then no one's gonna go there. So yeah, if you want just start cooking shit in the middle of the Bazaar of Sales, like on the outskirts, and hope that the quality of your food is enough to entice some sales, then you could.
Yeah, like maybe rent out a little cart or something so I could, not just have like literally a box and like a campfire or something.
Okay, go ahead and roll a you rolled 4 before, but a food check. Oof. Yeah, no. You're making some fucking. It's food. It's okay. It's not offensive to the palate. Like no one's like
we're
like
giving
oh
this
my
away
god,
for free.
but
Giving
you're
samples. Oh no, we're not giving samples. We don't want to get a bad reputation. Take him to the poor areas.
Also you're a skeleton man. You're rotting.
I don't care. I'm wearing an apron.
You're not
rotting.
You're not so bizarre to look at that everyone's like, oh my god, a skeleton. Because again, you're not the only arisen in the city. Speaking of which, there are a couple of risen, by the way. Most relegated to the underbridge, and also the working districts. Not a whole lot in the Bazaar of Sales, but people are turning to look at you, but not like staring openly. But all the same, your food is just okay. You're not too happy with it. You don't have a whole lot of selection right now.
Yeah, if it was like this low, I would bait low quality. I would take it to underbridge and just give it away to people who looked like they needed.
Even then, there are a couple people who are just like hungry, but like the fact that it's free makes it even more suspicious. Where it's like, why is it free? What do you want?
This is the patronage of the not the patronage. What's it called? This is charity from the Church of. Say it with a lot more sincerity.
Your daily bread.
Yes.
Anyway,
bread be with
you. So that's what you're up to.
Literally and figuratively.
We'll just go ahead and say that the Lord Mayor's Menagerie is kind of like on yellow alert when it comes to people like you. When it's like we had some trouble before.
Oh, and
we'll just.
I would also just kind of carry myself. I know a lot of Arisen would kind of be a little self-conscious about it, but I would more carry myself like I was just, normal. Gets me into trouble, but.
So we'll say that between the currency and the robes, that you'll probably net around 500 gold worth.
Can I haggle?
You could. We'll fast forward. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
I'd like to roll a haggling check, please.
13. Oof. Nope. Essentially, just like you're trying to like, but look at, they don't make this currency anymore. It's like, yes, we have some of the same currency on file. Actually, a lot of it recently submitted from the crow piling by some of your party members, if I'm not mistaken. You're like, oh, okay.
God, you're weird. Take your gold and leave.
Why are you like this? Are you a cat or are you a bat? Make up your mind.
So 500.
Yep, for all the robes and gold currency combined.
Yep. Okay. I'll split.
You'll what?
He said he'll split it.
I'll share it with the party.
Like a normal human being.
7 of us.
Okay. And?
What's everyone else doing, by the way?
There's 2 places I want to go.
71.42 gold each.
How much gold?
Everyone takes 72 gold.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta do some mental math. Also, how much is a platinum point worth?
Worth 10 gold.
Okay, cool.
I don't really deal with platinum because I mean, like, sure, we can refer to it, but for the most part, we get it. It's 10 gold.
But if gold is heavy, platinum is light.
I mean, yeah, but if I'm not weighing gold anyway because that's annoying fucking Skyrim shit. Oh no, I'm carrying too much gold. I can't run. What the shit? No.
Can I head to Sava's store?
Sure.
I want to
I still have my list.
Is she at the front?
She's in the back. She, generally speaking, doesn't handle the day-to-day sales. She handles the craftsmanship.
Yeah, well, I want that sword. That big buster sword.
Okay. I didn't have the price on me again. What was it again?
1,600 gold.
That sounds about right. Do you have that much gold on you now?
Yes, I have. Vulcan gave me about 1,300. I have the bar potions that I sold. That'll be 1,500. With my own money, it'll be 1,600. Hello.
Sorry, I was busy typing things.
Sorry. I was just because I was just making sure.
Yep. Sorry, people. Yeah, things are expensive. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, she's kept it. She hasn't sold it. Just I imagine just like walk up and just like slam a coin purse down. We'll say I'm sorry, busy. Two conversations at once. Half price for a smaller version, but it's a smaller version. Talking to people in my DMs.
Sorry.
I know, it's confusing. But yeah, she was just not surprised, honestly. Carrying firepower like that, it's only a matter of time before you start getting enough coin, and she'll like manage to get it off the wall. Like she'll get like a little step stool, like walk up there, and then just manage to get it off the wall and stagger down the steps before just thunking it onto the ground.
How much does it weigh?
How much is it? Hang on. Mathing.
Is it less than 500 pounds?
Yes, it's less than 500 pounds.
Yeah, I want to cast Tensor's floating disc.
Okay, just have a giant floating greatsword on a platform.
Yeah.
Okay, not a problem.
And I'll give her the gold. Easy peasy. And say, Vulcan gives his regards.
Well, I hope he gets more use out of it than my wall does. That's for sure. Honestly, I'm just giving you the cost of materials here, but let me know how it cuts. Not very often I get to forge something that particular size, especially magic like it is. But if it ends up cutting through a dragon, I wouldn't mind hearing about it. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I'll let you know. And I give her a wink, and then I leave to
All right.
my next store.
Do you remember the rules for making or I know like it's like 3 times more expensive for upping the size by 1, but it's like what are the rules for it weighing more? Does anyone remember?
It'll basically weigh double.
Okay, so yeah, it shouldn't weigh anything more than like 30 pounds.
What?
What?
Well, greatsword weighs.
Definitely not how it was portrayed.
We'll say 40 pounds. That's still hefty.
Okay.
A normal greatsword is 6 pounds, man.
Exactly. I was like, well, hang on.
But you built this up to be like, oh yeah, this will cleave my continent in half if you drop it.
Well, because there's a thing where I'm making shit up, and there's a thing where I actually look up the stats for a greatsword. I thought greatswords were heavier, so sue me.
Hey, you ever heard of the San Andreas Fault? I dropped this baby.
All I can think of is an XKCD where someone activates a lightsaber and it just like continues going forever and cuts to the Death Star.
And then after that, I'm going to go. Can I ask somebody where I can find a pet store?
I don't know if there. I mean, there has to be a pet store in Magnemore because pets exist. I don't think that there is one on like the map, but I could fucking find one.
Let me clarify. Of the avian family.
You're trying to find a bird. All right. I'm just imagining like.
I found you.
Where do you go to get a bird in a city? I imagine they just have to have. There has to be a pet shop somewhere. Yeah, you have to ask around. It takes a long time because generally speaking, not a thing that happens really in places like this. You do eventually find kind of almost like a shelter for not quite stray dogs. We're kind of just like it's the closest thing you could find. They don't actually do birds though, where it's like nope, we have cats, we have dogs, not a lot of pet birds available.
Do you know any places that sell birds?
I mean, no. I mean,
I have
who
this
has
look. I have this
who
look that
has pet
says.
birds?
I have this look that says, "I need to know. I really need to know right now."
Yeah, I'm still looking up. Okay. No, we do. I do know one place. I'm not really
Where?
sure. It's not exactly a pet shop, but
Like, do they sell birds?
you know, they might. I feel like you're not gonna like the answer, but they might.
Where?
All right, so there's a place called the Rat,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Great start.
and it's in the Underbridge,
Oh boy.
and they
Okay.
generally speaking deal with
The undead.
with some of the less we're gonna say legal things. And I know it's fucking weird, but I think they have a fucking
I'm not
They
gonna
have
risk
what?
it without.
They have a
other-
what?
a bird.
Okay. At that point, is it a bird or is it a baby pterodactyl?
Or
Oh my
is
god.
bird a code word for something horrible?
Go for the bird. Go for the bird.
You're looking for birds, huh? I get it. I know where you can find the best birds.
Yeah, you want those beaks, huh?
Oh god.
That's so fucking hot, dude.
Go for it.
What is life?
Well, okay. Why not?
Suffering. We already talked about
But
this.
I need to drop this
It is
sword
but a
off.
dream.
And I'm trying to find one of my somebody.
Well, it's gonna be like a full day before Vulcan gets back, so you're just gonna have a sword on you. And I just imagine you like strapping it
But
on
I
your
don't
back
wanna
like
take-
fucking Cloud Strife.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll put on my. I'm gonna wait. To be honest, I'd rather have Vulcan be surprised.
So I saw you. He'd offered to carry.
Hiss.
Would just stare at you, like
I'll
still
stare
waiting.
back.
No, this is not an intimidation. This is like just waiting for you to give him the sword.
I'm not letting you touch it, deadhead.
There's so much racism in this town.
Not piss off before I put a bullet in you.
Oh yeah, Marius. This is exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, speaking of which, thanks for the ride.
No problem.
Kobolds are interesting, you know? It's a story to tell at the tavern.
At this point, we're just ignoring the fact that Ash is even there, or Jixeris is even.
I really don't care, and I just wait.
You know, she's I keep saying she. He's just so what's we're looking for here? He's kind of bitter.
Just probably hungry.
He's kind of bitter.
They get this way when they're hungry.
Honestly, they get like that sometimes when they're not fed.
Yep. This is the problem. Malnutrition.
Everyone has an Irish accent when I'm drunk. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you know, my background, I think. Where is it, Dan? Yeah, we're just gonna start harking on our little code there. Shut Jiraxis out.
Oh, we're switching over to grave speak essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I
So
think
Jiraxis, you're cut out of the conversation. You don't have no idea. They're kind of just like weirdly almost sinister whispers.
occasionally glancing.
Nothing, no different
Think-
from Inferno.
Him.
Think like like where Infernal is kind of like more demonic. This is almost like Partial Tongue from Harry Potter, where it's like a lot of like soft syllables.
Yeah, I think it's the lacking the arm. Like, there's definitely got to be some nutrition imbalance right there.
It's you lose a lot of the circulation. It affects a lot of your chi, I hear.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people give me shit about chi, but I mean, like, monks have it, and that's a thing. I saw a monk blow a person's face apart with chi. Didn't even touch him.
Wait.
Just like touched him. Just
Yeah.
touched him in the shoulder, and they just exploded.
At this point, I'm just gonna walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But hey, thanks for looking out. I honestly appreciate it. I mean, I was gonna have to just feed myself to the sharks and you know,
Yeah,
wait for the respawn.
Yeah, I thought about the same, like, back in the fight, but I got stuff now, and I don't want to have to start over again.
Yeah, you know, it's just you don't. It's hard starting over. It's hard starting over.
Yeah, this time
But,
last time I got stuck in a wall. That was oof.
But oh, Jesus. Yeah.
See, I had a sword in my back. Didn't even know it was a sword. Didn't even know it was pinned.
But I mean, I'm talking to me like I didn't have. I was down 2 limbs. You know, what am I gonna do with a? You know, wasn't even if you think like, you know, left arm and right leg. You know, at least then you're a little bit balanced. But both on the same side, nothing.
Nah,
But hey, you know,
at least you're all right.
But I'm probably gonna stick around. You know, you ever need you know, a friendly undead to watch your back? You know where to find me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, send word. More than happy to give you a hand.
You're all right
you know,
now.
I'm not exactly the best in a fight, but you know, more the merrier. And you know, hey, what's the worst that can happen?
Over.
We die.
You missed
Exactly.
the joke twice.
I did.
You're all right.
I hate all of you. Anyway.
I thought you would catch it the first time.
No, because who catches the joke that lame? Nobody.
I have made that one so many times about
Wait,
stuff.
I'm autistic and I catched it.
You can't speak our language.
It turns out I'm more autistic. It's not a competition.
I was gonna. Hey, I was totally gonna let it go and just let it. Whew, that was good.
Anyway.
I shake his hand and we walk away. We go our way. Actually, you know what? I think I'll give him my greatsword as a present. I don't know if he can use it.
Do you have a greatsword?
Yeah, it's the one Sandman made that's in the shape of a giant butter knife.
Moving right along. Is anyone else doing anything for the rest of the day? Or
I had a list of stuff I was doing that I put in a while ago.
5S is sad at the expensive price of bag.
Things like this always end up with like me missing like 4 things people are asking me.
It's fine.
Those are all super traditional items. Let me go ahead and check something super quick.
If you don't put all of the numbers together, because the scale mail and breastplate were mine originally, so I'm at least recouping all of their money. The rest will be split into funds for everyone.
Damn it, you're making me separate purchases.
I'm sorry. I bought them. They were with my money already.
But the armor you were given to replace it was like loot.
And so that's half that. Let's be generous and say that. So how much is chainmail worth?
Here, actually, let me just get that. Oh, it's 12. But get that out of the way first for trying to talk my way up in price.
Nope. So, of course, there's no cost associated with it. Why would there be? God damn you. Chain shirt, scale mail. Chainmail, 75. You said there were 6, so math. Why did I do a thing that had math? You're gonna end up with all of that put together. Or sorry, because you said separate. Separately, because breastplates are worth quite a bit. Separately, you can get 100 or 250 gold for the scale mail and breastplate by themselves.
250, you said?
Yes. And for everything else put together, you're looking at like 400 more gold.
All right, 400 divided by 7.
And yeah, I was going to say that Sandman, do you remember how much Sheila was going to pay you guys? Because I specified at the start of it, she paid you half up front.
She did give us half.
But I don't recall. I could look it up, but I don't have it right in front of me, and it would take a long time. So
everyone add 57 gold to your sheets.
57? Neato.
She owes us another 600 each.
600?
Yep. Let's go ahead and add that because we'll get to it later, but you're gonna get paid eventually, so you might as well do it now.
Wait, so
That's 657 gold, technically.
Okay. So yeah, 600% gold each of you.
Jesus.
We're getting higher level, guys.
When did we receive the 600 gold? I think this was when I was gone.
We're going to. She's going to pay you guys for the completion of the mission.
The first half. The upfront half. Was I given some of that? Was I added to my character sheet?
I don't think I did that either.
Yeah, she never actually paid us up front.
Harsh times.
She paid for the boat, but forgot to pay us.
I wonder because I can look it up.
Well,
because I'm generally speaking,
I mean,
I'm trying to adjust for Pathfinder prices essentially to make sure you guys aren't swimming in gold like last time.
Just to give you an idea, because Sivas joined the group with 0 gold. From the last mission y'all did, he had 376 left over after fees. And
yeah, so I think that the grand total amount's 600, not the half and half. So
we got
we'll
more
say
from the second shard, so I'm not sure about that.
We'll say that. Put it this way: we'll say that for the full job, each of you gets 600 gold, and that's times 7 for all of you. So that ends up being a stupid amount of money for her. But all the same. Does that sound fair? That sounds fair.
Yeah, 600.
Times 7?
No. 600
Okay,
for you.
It's alright. It doesn't matter. I'm good.
600 times 7 is the amount she pays. So she pays us as a party 4,200 gold.
I don't know if you guys saw
600.
But currently, I only have enough. Well, I'm gonna only have enough gold for 1 diamond, and who gets revived first will be dependent on how much I like.
as any good cleric does. That's not sarcasm. That's legit. I did the same thing.
Lunch, ladies.
I'm just
I played
saying.
a cleric character, and I played a cleric character once, and there was a guy I particularly hated in the party, and maybe not so much in the party as just I hated him a little bit in real life too. And at one point he was dying, and I was like, "Oh no, I can't heal you. I don't have Revivify prepared. Oh shit, that person's dying. I've got that person first." And he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Loshar doesn't like you. Loshar wants you dead. How did you not get this?"
Well, I mean,
we have enough healers that I don't think it's gonna be an issue. It's 5e. It's hard to die.
It is hard to die.
Hey, it's your funeral.
As you say that, but Gray has already gone down like once
a bajillion times.
How many times have we healed him?
A light breeze passes by and Gray falls to unconsciousness.
Oh no.
And he just goes down.
Let's put it this way: Apoc has healing, Ash has healing, Gilgamesh has healing, Pieball has healing, and oh surprise, I have healing.
So does Vulcan.
Like,
I'm the only one who's
So-
You guys will never die.
yeah, I don't think it'll be too much of an issue.
It's literally your funeral.
That's alright.
Go for it.
That being said, we'll say that she pays you $600 for the completion of the mission. We'll get to that soon. Is there anything else anyone's doing for today before Vulcan shows back up?
Can I go to the alchemist for the succubus ashes?
I'm pretty sure the succubus actually are the succubus ashes special in any way, or are they just ashes?
That's up to you.
Roll for special.
Roll for our
I'll put out. Canonically, I did sell a Quasit corpse in the first campaign. I can't see why Demon Ashes wouldn't have some benefit.
Go ahead. What was the Black Wind Howls? I
well,
still feel like that's a goddamn fucking cave story reference, but anyway.
No, it's a Chrono Trigger reference.
I know we went through this exact same thing before.
Well, I'm simultaneously wondering, what are they worth? And second, could I use them to have something made for me that would be useful?
What do you buy?
I feel like they're just ashes, but go ahead and roll me a persuasion check to try to sell them, essentially. That's a solid persuasion. I'm just imagining like Spice and Wolf, where it's like you come to the person with like a bunch of ashes, and you're like, demon ashes, and they're like, this is just soot. No, You say that, but they're actually magical.
You
Prove it. I can't. Little do you know that these could actually serve a number of arcane purposes, which we can't test, but you'll have to take my word for it.
I'm just treating some poor motherfucker, is what you're saying?
I feel like I'm the only person who's probably watched Spice and Wolf. But,
And
yeah.
it's on my list. I should really watch it soon.
You really should, because then you'll get that reference I just made.
Look at the
Upsells a bunch of
look at the
apples
French.
for like upsells a bunch of apples for like 5 times their price by lying blatantly about like how good they are, like, or
Seductively.
upsells a bunch of fox pelts because she's like, oh yeah, these all smell like apples because foxes eat apples in the spring. Imagine a coat that naturally smells like fruit. And the guy's like, what? That's amazing. And it's like, didn't you just rub apples on all of them? Shut up, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, so you can find an alchemist too who's willing to buy into this for about 50 gold.
50 gold, I'll take it. No one's getting any of this.
This is basically the Chinese fucking like, you know, natural medicine market where it's like, oh, rhino horn.
It gives you an erection.
I hear that's great.
This is Viagra Ash.
But
That's
yeah,
probably how I would try and sell it. Like,
sure,
these are
it's
succubus ashes.
If you snort
It's
them.
Best aphrodisiac you'll ever find.
this is literally sex dust.
Either that or it'll drain the life out of you.
I can't wait to be done with lust as a concept. It's gonna be great, guys.
No. Now Daz is carrying around lust incarnate in the form of a charm with her all the time. So, you know, we just have to, like, gear the...
So it's on her for all the sexual puns.
Dragon
Pack of Ninjas, just assume that if it's anime, I've watched it and like it. That's my life.
Dragon dildo.
He's like, Spice and Wolf, what? And I'm like, my laptop is literally resting on a stack of Spice and Wolf manga. I'm not even joking.
I'm looking over to my bookshelf. I have the light novel.
I also have the entire collection of Steel Ninja Kurumi, because that's fucking obscure as shit. Anyway. No one's gonna get that reference because that's fucking weird. Anyway, I'm sorry. Vodka is to blame here.
You have to spell that out later.
It's okay. You can keep talking about it. Every time you speak, I keep seeing you and your beard.
Yeah. It's a little bit longer each time, I know. I gain another 2 pounds and start talking about the rules for, like, Magic the Gathering. Control
So is that
decks,
good?
really? I guess if you want to be boring, it's fine.
Or you can talk to Daisy about My Little Pony.
No!
What is she, a
Why
brony?
can't we talk about Sonic the Hedgehog like adults?
Hell yeah. No!
Yes. Sonic with human teeth.
I can't.
Hey,
I
has
saw
anybody
that.
seen Sonic's feet?
I want to see his toes.
No, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Hey.
It's the vodka talking. I'm
This
sorry.
is the only Sonic the Hedgehog that ever. I got up at 8 a.m. on Saturday mornings to watch that.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything for the
No.
duration of this day?
No. Great.
Okay, no.
No,
Also, it's-
great.
it's
You have
11:40.
every opportunity because Ash took a long time.
It's true. There was a lot of RP, and you weren't part of most of it. You can do whatever you want. Be fucking brave.
Be brave.
See, but now, like, I was just gonna say, like,
No pressure RP.
I want to go to the Fuck. Okay. I want to go to the place where I got my mithril chest plate.
That was Sava's.
Oh, Sava.
He went there.
That was Sava's. The same place that Jax just brought that,
Not
or just bought that.
Savas.
Yes. Did I say Sivas?
It was close.
It was close.
I thought you.
Yeah, Sava. But yeah,
Yeah.
are you just gonna go over there and buy buy a mithril breastplate? Is that the plan?
Oh, I already have one. I was just gonna go see if they have anything else.
I mean, you can assume that they have like pretty much anything +1, anything like basic, and she does custom orders if you want to like try to like put something down and be like, all right, I'd like this cool adamantine dagger or something. If you want to like Rurouni Kenshin this and be like, I want a backward sword, she could do it. Now I'm just drunk enough to make all the anime references.
Could I get a
That's more of a
dagger
manga reference.
that's still kind of like a drumstick, but also a flute? Just add another instrument.
I mean, like the fact it's like pure flavor means I wouldn't like really charge you like a lot for it because it's not really changing any of the mechanics of the game. But you could. Seems like you're hiring like a way above the skill level required for it because she's good at shit now. Like she does magic crafting, and making a flute dagger is like, why?
Okay, so then what if I make a Is there a way that I can get like another piece of armor for myself?
Not really, no, because that way lies the homebrew hell.
Fair enough.
You could change out your armor for something else, but like, or you could like add a shield, but that's gonna be one of your hands, so.
Oh, I'll figure out something later.
Okay. So if that's it for everyone doing everything, then we'll assume that you guys sleep at your usual inn, which I believe, and I forgot the name of it, but I'm gonna find it. Defiance Garden. That was it. So if you guys are staying at the Defiance Garden, it's still, I think, like 3 gold a night or something like that, because it is like the best that money could buy.
I'd stay outside and play.
But we'll assume that you stay there. If you guys wanna save money and go to like a cheaper place, it's fine. But
Yeah,
regardless,
cheaper.
Night passes. We're not gonna RP it too much. But Vulcan triumphantly returns, having erected a kobold village like some kind of crazy Amish robot.
How you tell him the news? Vulcan.
Hi. Go ahead.
Vulcan, there's a store I want to take you to. It's in the underbridge.
Wonderful. What were you saying, Captain Jack?
Oh no, I was gonna say that I will tell the tales of our doings in the inn, the night, because I took a level 1 bard just to do that.
Roll performance.
Fucking gleaming.
You know what? I'm gonna actually go and
Oof. Well, it's not the first time I've performed.
You're not the worst person that's ever performed in the tavern. People are ignoring you, but they're not angry at you. It's kind of just like, oh, who's the new guy? He's just yelling about fucking slaying some succubus or something.
Yeah, too many like dick jokes. I get it. Not fair.
Also, we'll probably pick up next week because I've realized that I'm too drunk for things anymore. Sadly. Also,
Sure,
it's
but before
midnight.
You do, I got some questions for you.
Sure thing.
If we could jump to another.
Okay.
I thought we had a really good heart to heart this session.
It was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I hadn't conquered his fear.
I had to face my fear.
Slightly conquered his fear, I should say.
Next week, I want to get you that bird.
What'd you say?
I want to get you that bird.
I do not need the bird.
You're going to get a bird.
Did you look at the picture of the bird I posted? It's
I
terrifying.
know. I saw.
I made a promise to myself that I will get you a bird. I want to get you a goddamn bird.
I do not want you to buy me a bird. I want
I
you
will
to
get
save
you
a bird.
Bird? I'm going to buy a bird, then give it to you.
No.
Yes.
No.
He's a robot. This could go on forever.
Yes. So make me.
No.
I'll get you a bird.
I don't want a bird. I want to rescue a bird.
Well, how about I give you a bird so you can rescue it?
You're going to put this
Compelling
bird into
argument.
artificial danger.
She just holds up a gun to a bird's head. Is like, if you don't take it out of my hands right now and love it.
Save it.
But I swear this fucking bird. I swear to fucking God. I'll shoot that fucking head.
I'm now just imagining this whole scene of this happening. Vulcan immediately decking Jax, and Jax having bad trigger discipline. The gun goes off.
Oh my God.
Actually, no.
Oh God.
No, I'll point the gun at the bird, then point the gun at myself, and then point at the bird, and then myself.
Conflicting programming.
It's like I'm not sure where I found it, but it's like this clip of like this person pointing their gun at somebody who's trying to kill themselves. Like, put the gun down. Like they're trying to arrest him for trying to kill himself.
The end.
Yeah.
But yeah, no matter what, Jaraxis is gonna get a bird to give it to you. No matter what.
It sounds very conflicting.
Yes. So he's trying to decide whether he should kill his brother or not.
Draxus, why don't you just buy Vulcan and chicken?
That's not the same.
We could use eggs.
I want a Pacific.
So
Rim.
you're telling me you're gonna hold the gun to the bird's head, then yourself, then the bird, then yourself?
Yes.
Danger!
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
But I would rather get you like a parakeet or a cockatiel. Or maybe you get you a bigger bird, a more exotic bird. Like
How about you just tell him the location of it and you can rob the bird store.
There's no bird stores in Magdamar.
Wherever the birds are kept.
There's like this one place in freaking
The rat.
Underbridge.
I'm sure I
The
could
rat.
probably put bread inside
There's
his
a
mouth.
chance that there'll be a bird there.
Yeah, so save them from there. Just tell them where you're going. Steal all the birds.
I'm gonna rescue a bird from the Underbridge.
Exactly.
Right. I'm not very good at this whole communicating part. I'm a very direct person.
Just as a side note, if you don't think those 50 kobolds are gonna be relevant, you're dead wrong.
Oh, I know they're gonna be relevant. They're gonna be marching into the final boss fight with miniguns.
You made
There's gonna be way more than 50 too.
Oh God.
They're gonna multiply.
Hey Gray, out of curiosity, how would you feel if I sent the kobolds to war against goblins?
I mean, no. So like, Gray's never met a goblin before.
Yes, you have.
Like
We
he
fought
has.
goblins.
Okay, well, all right, yeah, but like he's never formally had a conversation